We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, whoa! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and of course, Side Scrollers Podcast.com. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Happy Thursday? It is Thursday. It is Thursday because that's the day Nintendo announces stupid ass shit. Here we are, guys. Welcome on out. We're going to have a great show for you guys. I'm Stuttering Craig. Hello, Blabs.
Hi, there's absolutely no news today. None.
None at all.
That's the show. Bye, everybody.
Just going to be chit-chatting about the shit chat. It's going to be good. So how are you doing today? I noticed
I'm good.
No
It's
beanie,
nice
no beanie, no weird thing on your shoulder.
It's called a pygmy puff, Craig.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Do you want me to get it?
No.
Okay. No hat? No, like what?
Yeah, I know.
It's not okay.
No, you looking fine, Blabs. Looking fine.
Okay.
Good. Speaking of looking fine, got a couple great guests today. Hey, look at Johnny. Look at Johnny. Looking fine today.
On my unkempt beard, I look like this is what having a newborn does to you. Makes you look homeless fast. But yeah, announcing stupid ass shit on Thursdays. What you talking about? You can't bring the Nintendo guy on and then say something like that. I'm offended.
Let me just listen. Welcome to Side Scrollers. Congratulations, you're offended.
I'm surrounded by Nintendo Sims.
So I said this earlier, and I'll say this again. Like Nintendo dropping a 2-minute trailer Thursday on a like a random January Thursday at 7 a.m. Central Time is the most Nintendo thing that you could potentially do.
Hey, here's the Zelda movie. Hey, here's the Switch 2. I just thought I'd tweet it out. I don't know.
that speaks to their power, the power that Nintendo has. That we'll just drop out, just drop a little information about our entire console in the next 6 to 8 years here. Boom, 7 a.m. on a Tuesday. Well, look at us. Look at us. Hey, here it is. We're ready to go. Speaking of looking at us, look at Smash JT. Hello, buddy.
What's up? Look at me. Look at me.
Look at that guy. Look at that normal.
I'm like a walking advert for you, Craig.
Hey, I appreciate that. You look good, which is a great reminder for everybody to head over to sidescrollersmerch.com and go pick up your wonderful merchandise over there.
I still haven't gotten mine. Thanks, Craig.
Nope. And that's now an ongoing bit where I will not spend any money on you, Blabs. So there you go.
It's so mean.
I'll get you something sometime. I got to get Arches first before you. You're last on the list.
Do you hear that? Norway goes before me.
We got to keep our trade partners friendly, right? Just saying.
Shit I put up with, man.
Anyways, head over to sidescrollersmerch.com. We'll give you a nice little shout out if you pick something up during the show. We'd really appreciate that. With that said, man, we got a great show for you guys lined up today. Obviously, the big news: Nintendo Switch 2 officially announced. Let's stink and go. That's a pretty big deal. All the rumors really true. But we'll get to that a little bit later on. This Asmongold Elon Musk thing is not only sad, it's also hilarious. We're going to get into that. We just briefly touched on it, but there's more today. It's heating up, ladies and gentlemen. We have some changes to the way you're going to be watching movies. I see that on the run sheet too, as well as a crazy AI patent from Sony. So we got a lot to talk about today. Oh, and I have actually heard back. You remember what is it, a couple weeks ago where there's the big talk about the Honey lawsuit where they were going to sue Honey?
Yes.
Because of the Honey, the website extension that there's all that news a couple weeks ago. It was very viral. Well, I signed up to be a part of their class action lawsuit, and I have received an email about it. So things are moving ahead. I'll talk about that a little bit later on. But first, I'd like to remind you guys we are live over at rumble.com/sidescrollers. Do us a favor, hit the follow button over there. Closing in on 10,000. 10,000 followers over on Rumble. Hi, Rumble. It's good to see you guys. Welcome on out. It's good to see you. We also have the X count where you could have found out that Johnny and Smash were going to be on the show simply by following us over there. We're not live streaming, but there are clips of the show over there all the time, which is great, right, Blabs?
Right. Every
All
day.
We also have an Instagram account, don't we, Blabs?
Yes, a false for memes and clips of the show. Otherwise, some sort of violence upon you and your Nintendo Switch too.
Just slice your dick off. We also have the Kick
Wow.
account, and of
Wow.
course, we have
Where
the
did
show.
that come from?
Lorena Bobbitt. That's where that
Anyway, is
came
this how you
from.
promote a locals exclusive video? Dicks.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll get to that in a second because first I want you guys to head over to Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And of course, you can head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com, which redirects to our locals page, where you can see a wonderful exclusive that Blabs and I recorded a couple days ago, which cannot be shown over here on YouTube. And I guess the only way to really kind of show you that is by showing you the thumbnail, which looks like that. So if you'd like to see amazing CES things that we can't talk about from the Consumer Electronics Show, that was the video. So you can go check it out right now. I encourage you to do that if you want to.
It's hilarious. I really think you guys should.
It is, and it's free. It's free for everybody, which is good. You just got to go sign up over there. But if you're new to us over here on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Join the 114,000 just normal men, almost 115,000 normal men who have found common sense, the video game entertainment space, and hit that thumbs up button while you're just hanging out and watching on the toilet or watching on your lunch break or whatever. Listen, I'm
You
realistic.
almost
here.
made Smash choke. Did you see that? He's like,
Hey, let's be real. Someone right now watching our show is sitting on the toilet.
Someone.
On the
I'd
toilet.
say it's over under 5%.
I agree. I agree. I put it's extremely low bar, but I would actually say
hello to the
probably
person on your
closer-
porcelain throne.
Oh, Craig, over under on the 5%.
over.
Over 5% on the
Yeah.
toilet right
I
now.
would say
Us dudes spend a lot of time in the bathroom. Like we
Yeah.
do.
I mean, I would say probably closer to 20 to 25%. Yeah, for sure. Lot of doo-doo happening right now. What, Blabs? Don't look at me like that.
Do you spend your time on the toilet a lot, Craig?
Listen, every normal man does.
Every guy does. I don't know why. I don't know if our
Do
intestines
you guys
are
bring your
different or
phones
what,
with
but-
you? Like, do you guys go
Yes.
on an adventure
Oh,
like
yeah,
Bilbo
you think
Baggins?
I'm just gonna sit for 20 minutes staring at the wall? Yeah.
Why are you in there for 20 minutes? Maybe you should see a
Because I'm
doctor
a guy.
then.
Allow me to answer that, Johnny, because he has a 3-month-old. That's why.
He's escaping. My peace and tranquility.
Listen, everybody knows once you have kids, your respite away from all the insanity is just taking a few minutes and just sitting down on that toilet and staring at Twitter. that's the way it
Watching
goes.
the stream right now, so I'll just say no comment. Wife's watching.
Hey, honey, good to see you.
Right.
But she does it too, doesn't it? Like, and that's the thing. She does it too. All parents do that. It's crazy. Anyways, make sure you guys wipe. With that said, we do have a lot going on today, and I'm glad you're here. We always like to start the show with today in gaming history, so please fire away, Blabs. What do we got today? What are we
You
dropping?
can't just say that and move on.
Sure I can.
Okay, listen, we have slim pickings for the rest of the week. So, January 16th, everybody, we have Boogie Bunnies turning 17 years old in 2008. We have Samurai Warriors Katana on the Wii, also in 2008. And then we have this game called Home Safety Hotline, which is 1 year old today. Yay.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
freaking love that in this boring ass day of history, now there will be the Switch 2 announcement.
Yeah, basically.
When we go back and we power rank all the games and announcements on January 16th, we're going to go back and be like, well, there was Bloody Spell for the PC released in 2019. You know what? There was Yakuza Like a Dragon released in 5 years ago as well for the PlayStation 4. And also, yes, the Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah.
Or
am I
Boogie Bunnies.
Am I technically allowed to put Mario Kart 9 in the #1 spot? I think I am. Based on
Are we
today.
sure that's 9? Like, I know
Yes.
everyone's assuming it's 9, but is
Yes.
it?
Yes,
Yeah,
100%.
IGN even calls it
Because the
9.
only game that looks remotely close to that graphically is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Kart 8. And that is not a track that is on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Okay.
Somebody who plays Mario Kart all the time, I can tell you that's not a track.
No, that's good to know. I was curious because I'm like, it's really hard to tell the difference these days. You know, back in the day, going from the NES to the Super Nintendo, you'd be like, oh, that's a new Mario Kart. Nowadays,
Yeah.
it's like, I think that's a new track. It might be a new Mario Kart.
Yep. And well, that's just it. And we'll all be excited about Mario Kart 9 when it comes out, and we're all going to play it. And just like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it'll be one of the best games ever made. That's the reality of it, because that's what Nintendo does. I said this many times. Nintendo doesn't make video games; they make Nintendo games, and they make they make Nintendo consoles. They don't make video game consoles, and that's what makes Nintendo Nintendo. And that's why they can drop an announcement at 7 a.m. on a freaking Thursday. And
we'll get into it, but I think there's a lot more than that. I think their hand was forced. But
I was going to say the same thing, but yeah.
I agree. All right, well, we got a lot of support today. We're going to do our best to get to our Montez goal. I don't know if you guys know a whole lot about Montez, but you will by the end of the show, because if we hit our super chat goal of 20 yellow super chats, then Montez will be hanging out with us.
That's the guy that gets out of the car and like punches the girl through the ground. Is that that one? Okay, yeah, I know that one.
Hey, but we're off to a rip-roaring start. As Gaia Raya says, it's cold. I'm on a boom lift. My ankles hurt. Yay! Side scroller started. Show me some jiggle. That'll make me feel better. Hey, look at that. You know, he's on a giant boom lift right now. Hey, give him a little more.
Oh, a little more jiggle. Okay.
A little more.
Look at Johnny's like, why am I here?
That's enough.
The bird in his eyes.
That's enough, Labs. Turn it off.
What?
Okay.
Merry man. Okay, fine. All right. I guess we have different standards. All right. No judgment. Sorry.
We're in the middle of Goonergate right now. I'm learning about Goonergate right now, by the way, too. I've learned about that the last 2 days, which has been exciting to hear about. Jason came in, says, can you create a mashup of a video game violence PSA and the Montez video? Clearly, that is an epic gamer moment from playing too much WCW NWO. So, Jason, fun story about that video you talked about. We there was a little bit of a clip that was passed around yesterday that we showed on the show it was in the style of those classic 90s PSAs. You know, like you wouldn't download a house. You remember those videos back in the early 2000s and late 90s. But the whole idea of this video is a fake PSA that where a kid was playing Tetris and he got inspired, so he beat the hell out of a kid with a brick, and then he pissed on him once he was dead. It was spectacular.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
had to be there.
Yeah, well, you did, because that video actually got copyright claimed, and we had to slice it out of yesterday's show. So, damn, wow. Yeah, rough stuff. Nathan says the smartest move Nintendo has done me in a long time was announcing that it was backwards compatible with physical and, more importantly, digital games. That's a huge W for gamers. I agree, Nathan. We'll get to that for sure. The mystery says, hail to the new Switch 2 and Montez. That's right. Thank you. Appreciate that greatly. All right, we are well on our way. We see every super chat where there's a lot of them about the Switch 2. We'll get to those when we get to the Switch 2. So thank you guys very much. Let's kick some ass today. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. You know, Blabs, we were talking about things dudes do. In this case, do, and
yes, lots of it.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone does do, which Johnny will learn. There's a book called Everybody Doo-Doos or Everybody Poops or something.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that you read your kid about that. Everybody poops, or everybody. That's everybody poops, everybody farts, everybody whatever. That's something like that. It's a funny little story. Anyways, with that said, the moral of the story is that dudes do crazy things. This is just dudes being dudes. And our boy Adam Krigler had this over on his feed, and I wanted to point this out today because this is just awesome. Everything about this video is spectacular. I can only, I'm just going to show it to you, and we'll kind of go from there.
Okay, we are going to try round 2. It is pretty nice out today. It's nice and sunny, but the wind chill is down to like -20. So I think it should go pretty fast.
Oh, no.
It's already starting to freeze.
His hands. Damn.
This is going to work.
By the way, this guy sounds like something straight out of Frozen.
Yes, I'll just say that he sounds like yoo-hoo, big summer blowout.
No, that's all I'm imagining with this
That's
guy.
amazing.
I'm more worried about my phone dying than myself. It's definitely crispy. Whoopsie. Okay, well, that's the end of that. There's a little squirrel over there. He's just laughing at me. Imagine that. Okay, so let's slowly get up so I don't pass out.
Oh my god.
It worked!
Oh
Perfect!
Oh my god, he looks like Marv from Home Alone when he gets electrocuted.
Looks like Marge
Even
Simpson.
further beyond.
I mean, just
That is
listen,
incredible.
listen to how happy this guy is. He's so happy.
He's like gravity exists.
It worked! Okay, so there we have it.
I kind of want to try that.
Okay. Hello. Okay.
That's it.
Blabs, is it cold in Guam right now?
Yeah, it's pretty cold. No, I don't think it'd be cold enough to do that though. Let's see. No, it's too warm today. Actually,
Too
high.
warm today.
Oh, real feels 12. No, I think it's still.
Do it at like 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, if at 2 a.m. I'd be fine, but I'd probably just die also. So.
So, Blabs,
Yeah.
just gonna throw this out there. When it's cold enough, this will be totally on your cue. When it's cold enough,
Mm-hmm.
whatever day that is, it can be November, it can be February, whatever day. It can be
Probably
July
February.
if it gets super cold and right. You let me know. There's a nice $50 bonus in it. For
That's
you.
it for doing that.
All you got to do is go outside and put some water in your hair and lay down. That's it.
In the cold.
That is
I
such
will-
a perk of being a woman. You get offered $50 for just doing some activity. You're like, that's it?
Dude,
know.
You got
you can
50
risk-
bucks? That's it?
You
Let's
realize
go.
you can
50
risk
bucks.
in like
Frank,
hypothermia and
I will-
pneumonia doing that, right?
I will add $10 to that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, there's
$60,
huge health
Pops.
risks doing that. You know that, right?
No, there's not. You go outside in a coat, you put your head over the table, and then you spray it, and then you come
Yeah,
inside
and then
looking
your
like
head
Marge
gets
Simpson.
really, really wet and cold. You've never been sick before. You live in Texas. You don't know what it's like getting sick from the cold.
Look, Blabs.
Brutal, Craig.
Blabs.
We Narnians out here fend for
Wait,
ourselves.
hold on, Blabs. Texas gets ice storms. They
Oh,
get
we
ice
just
storms.
had
Poor
Just
thing.
did. I got
Poor
snow
thing.
in my front yard still.
Yeah.
That's why the $50
It's
is
not
there
enough.
to help warm your head, right? You can buy
I
a
can only
hair
warm
dryer.
one side of my head with $50, Craig.
Oh, is that right? Oh, okay. But Blabs, look at how happy this guy is for doing that. You could be that happy too.
I could be Marge too.
Okay, Blabs, $100 for the show, but you got to do it on the show. That's the
Well,
thing.
no, because like by the time I come in here and everything, it'll be melting or like coming down, so I can film it and
You-
like
look, you-
premiere it on the
No,
show or
do it
something.
like on the live stream with the phone, like when
Yeah,
Craig.
I will add $2, Blabs.
So.
$102. I'm adding my $2.
Oh, don't forget my 10. So that's 112.
$112.
$112. So fine.
just saying, Blab. Okay? There it is.
You may send it to me via PayPal. Thank you.
Once you do it, it is booked. You get out your phone. We'll do it outside. You do it live.
I'm gonna
It'll
wear a
be great.
scarf and everything.
Yeah, it'll be
What's
awesome.
$1 million man say? Everybody's got a price.
That's right.
I guess
And
mine is
Blab-
112. It's not that good. I gotta up my game.
$112. Thank you, Blabs. It's,
You're welcome.
excellent. Well, this is good. See, we're building for the show. People are really excited about everything.
Oh,
that's
Eric
going
says
on.
he'll send in a quarter.
There you go.
Eric.
$112.25. It's good.
Shout out.
All right. So it is confirmed. Sometime in February, Blabs will go outside and she will do this.
Anybody
I love-
want to contribute some pesos? Really just round it out.
Love everything about that. All right. Excellent. Okay. I got another video for you guys before we get into all the Nintendo Switch stuff, which, is it's probably the biggest story today. Just throwing that out there, most likely. The Huak Tuah girl has been gone for a while. She went to bed, and I don't think she's really come back, right, Blabs? After the whole.
She's basically Sleeping Beauty if you think about it. She needs like a prince or something to wake her up, or like a lawyer, or jail time. Not sure.
Yeah. I mean, after the meme coins of debacle, I mean, we all saw that happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's back, just not as you would expect. As AI has done, it's done what it do, and we are there as she has been brought back as Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, no.
What?
You know how to answer this. You got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time? Oh, you got to give them the Huak Tuah and spit on that thing. Get me? I don't get you. I think you got to demonstrate. Huak Tuah and spit on it. Spit on it.
Damn, that.
This is what technology was made for.
Yeah, for Arnold.
Technology and ultimately the platform of the internet. This is why the internet exists. So
I told my roommate in college, I'm like, my one wish, if I was like a multi-gajillionaire, I would pay Arnold Schwarzenegger to sing Eminem's "Cleaning Out My Closet" song. I think that would be an amazing. But I'm like, who knows? AI would be able to do that for us now, so I don't need to be a gajillionaire.
Yeah, I agree. I think that someone can have that done for you by the end of the show, and I think that's. So anybody tuning in who wants to make Arnold Schwarzenegger rapping to Eminem's "Cleaning Out My Closet" and potentially put that together through AI by the end of the show, we'd greatly appreciate that.
I said, "I'm sorry, Mama." I can't even do. That's my best Arnold.
We will all. It's a good one. Excellent.
You don't want to hear me sing or impersonate Arnold.
Johnny, you got some Arnold hanging out in the back of your throat, ready to come out?
It's not a tumor. I'm a cop, you idiot.
That's way better than me.
That's really good.
Pretty damn good.
I don't know. It's not
really had that go out from the coccyx, so that just all the way down and all the way up through the throat.
The what?
The coccyx. Don't you know? The
Now
coccyx.
you said it wrong.
No. The coccyx.
I don't think I have that.
Yes, you do. It's the base.
Every man has one of them.
I don't want it. I don't have it. Don't push that on me.
You mean a coccyx? Is that what you're trying to say, Craig?
The coccyx.
It's literally your tailbone. That's what
Yes,
you're
your
trying to
tailbone.
say. Yeah,
Yes,
you're
yes.
saying it wrong. So.
That's the joke, Labs.
Oh.
Hey, King of the Monsters 1954 says, "Hail everyone, Smash! Thanks for what you do for the gaming community. That stream last night was Alyssa level type behavior, man, with playing the streamer's trash, talking Melanie, but in a disgusting way. Till next Valhalla." Well, thank you very much.
Shout out to King of the Monsters. That was a fun stream last night for sure.
Marmalin says, "I'll add 10 to this, Blabs." There you go, Blabs. See?
$122.25 and some pesos.
Yeah.
Still $112.25. Mercenary, we'll get to that in a little bit. She agreed. She agreed on a price. You can't just keep throwing money.
No, you can
top
up it. Uppity up. It's fine.
No.
I have value.
No.
I do.
The fastest way to get her to question herself is just to shut up after she says that.
I can't even answer anymore. Damn it.
Just kidding, Blabs. You had lots of value. So thank you for that. Clint says, "Blabs, be glad this isn't an eating challenge or snorting a chicken nugget." This is true.
Who snorts a chicken nugget?
What?
No, that's a deep cut from back
How
at
is that
Stuttering.
possible?
Just a quick side note, little side quest here on Side Scrollers. I've done a lot of silly things in my career, and I hosted a chicken nugget eating challenge in like 2007 between two interns. One intern felt the need to chop up a chicken nugget from Chick-fil-A, like
Ew.
the
Oh,
cocaine,
Chick-fil-A. I'll let it slide.
and he put some milk with it. And he snorted the chicken nugget.
That's gotta hurt. That's terrible. Did he die? Is he okay?
That's why we never heard from him again.
He's got some brain malfunction.
I was gonna say, if my options were never eat Chick-fil-A again or only eat it through my nostrils, I would snort that crap so fast.
He's in love with the chicken.
That's
Got it
good.
on the low.
And Marmalin says Rachel Maddow needs her cut. I get in. Thanks. Rachel Maddow can't pull this off. All right. I got. Now we'll hold off on this video till tomorrow. Okay. Let's get to some actual news here. Let's go to this. Just says comic talk. Oh, the Daredevil trailer. Did you guys see the Daredevil trailer yesterday?
It looked awesome.
Should we check it out? Because I have not seen the full thing yet.
Oh, well, it's Disney. Are they going to try to copyright claim and stuff, or is it?
Will they? I don't know.
I don't know. They're not as bad as Warner Brothers.
Okay,
Warner Brothers. Okay,
let's check it out. Johnny, you haven't seen this. I haven't seen it in its entirety. Did you see the original Daredevil trailer, like the original?
I never saw anything Daredevil ever because I don't know what's good and what's not. So somebody would need to give me the rundown.
Okay,
because this sounds like a bad's really bad and the good's really good. That's what I've heard.
So this, Disney is definitely has its hits and its misses, as with a lot of companies, but Disney is just very polarizing. The original Daredevil on Netflix, I believe. Yes. I watched that, and it was pretty damn good. And I think this is a continuation of that. Is that correct, Blabs?
I think so. I've not actually seen the original Daredevil on Netflix either. I just know it was on Netflix and it was really good.
Yeah. You mean the movie says Disney is easy to dispute and win. Okay, well let's see what we got because we'll probably
shout out Eric. He knows his shit.
Let's go. He sure does. Let's check it out. This is the trailer for the new
Daredevil. Before
yes,
we even start it, just go into this thinking that I think Disney is realizing that times are changing because Disney would not have made something like this even 4 years ago. It seems very dark in a good
unless this is a bait and switch.
All right. Chat says, hey, it's Mel in HD says, yes, it's a continuation. All right, let's check it out. So we're all on the same page. That's Kingpin, right?
I don't know.
I think that's Kingpin because
I'm assuming.
I'm not
as well, but I don't know.
I'm not in super deep in the comic world. Like I said, I watched the first time. It's been 5-6 years since I watched
says
it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Kingpin, and now he's the mayor of the city. That's pretty cool.
Peace needs to be broken. The chaos must reign. I'm ready to hatch it down. I was raised to believe in grace. But I was also raised to believe in retribution.
Okay. So there you go. Coming in just a little bit. I mean, actually.
When did they start doing the Marvel television logo? Did you guys see that 2 seconds ago?
Yeah, that was the first time I've ever seen that.
Maybe I'm not paying attention much, but there it is. Look at that Marvel television. I've not seen that before.
Maybe the first. I don't know. But look, as a casual viewer, that looks super fun to me. Mm-hmm. I like action. I like drama. I like blood. It sounds like something I'm on board with.
Bernthal's Punisher getting hinted at.
Yeah, well,
because that was him, right? Was that him?
There's a lot. It seems like there's a lot of little Easter eggs in there. That if you're really into it, you'll understand. But looks pretty fun. I wish I could tell you that I knew everything that was going on in it, but I don't. But I know that Daredevil's blind, and I know that he kicks some ass, and that's super fun. So yeah, I don't know. You guys got any closing thoughts on Daredevil Born Again?
I hope it does well.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right, we have. I guess big question. When was the last time you guys actually went to a movie and saw a movie?
Saw Sonic 3 2.5 weeks ago.
It would have been Sonic 3, but a newborn kind of kills your outings. I would say it was Twisters. Twisters, saw that.
I started watching Twisters on TV, and it looks super fun. I watched the first.
I had fun with it. I genuinely enjoyed it. I thought it was fun movie. I'm not gonna say it's a great movie. It was a very fun movie. Good wholesome messages too. Very pro America.
Oh, good. America. What about you, Smash? Should I wait for Sonic 3 to hit the homes as opposed to going to see it in theaters? Because I hear it's really good.
I think it's really worth seeing it in the theaters. But, I mean, at this point, it's so close. It's like, well, if you could wait this long, you might as well wait for it to come out. But it was there were some scenes in the movie that it was good to have a big screen for. We'll put it that way.
Okay. Well, they are. If you guys want to go see it at AMC, there are people who have that membership program that allows you to go to pretty much movies whenever you want. It's a monthly fee, and you can just go in and out however you want. It's called the Stubbs Insider, and AMC is making some changes to it. AMC
I actually belong to this, so I'm curious.
Well, here we go. AMC Theaters makes changes to membership program and bid to boost subscribers. AMC Insider members who see at least 8 movies will gain new status without paying a fee. They have tweaked the Stubbs A-list, the rewards program. Begins January 1st, 2025. It's ready to go. Insider members who see at least 8 Hollywood movies or earn at least 5,000 AMC Stubbs points in a calendar year will graduate to a new AMC Stubbs Premier Go status that allows moviegoers to secure nearly the same benefits of the Premier Go tier, including waived ticket fees and size upgrades for drinks and popcorns without paying the $17.99 a year membership fee up front. Hooray! How many movies? Like you said, you're a member of this, Smash. Like how often do you use this?
I'd say we probably go to 5 or 6 movies a year as a family, maybe 7. We go to a good amount of movies.
Yeah, I remember. I was changes to the thing. Whatever. This got me thinking. Talking about movies and such. Here in North Texas, there's a lot of malls here in the North Texas area, and the mall that I went to growing up was called Vista Ridge Mall. And Vista Ridge Mall it was like awesome. And I went back to Vista Ridge Mall a couple years ago, and it was like walking through a ghost town. And there's an entire like subsection of genre of channels on YouTube that like detail like dead malls. Have you guys seen any of these before?
I have seen. I think Asmongold covered one is where I saw it a while back.
They're so good. Anyways, there was several about this mall that I went to. And while I was before Side Scrollers got started, I was kicking around all sorts of ideas. And I actually went there, and the movie theater that was just so spectacular has been boarded up, but it's still there, the area that the movie theater was. So I was actually looking at space for something, for a venue for something. And I was like, what about the movie theater? So I actually went in, and I actually went behind the boarded up area and went through the movie theater that hasn't been touched in years, right? And it was pretty much used as storage. And I'll tell you what, if you want to feel like you're walking through a fucking haunted area, go through a movie theater that it had all its chairs ripped out, and the screens were still up, but they had like rips through them because people like vagrants had been in there and stuff. And some of the lights were on, but some of them were off, and some were like flickering, and it was
zombie apocalypse vibes.
Oh yeah. Like Walking Dead could have been shot there. But just think about where we were just like 30 years ago, right? With movies compared to today, where it was an event. And you saying going to see 6 or 7. There are some people who'd see 4 a month. Every Friday night they're going out, and it was just something that you did. But now it's just got so expensive.
Well, I always do the Costco deal for AMC, so you can buy the $40 pass. It comes with 2 tickets and a $20 gift card for AMC. So that covers basically because if we go on like a deal day, you can get the 2 tickets and the 2 kids and maybe like part of a snack. And it's like really ends up costing like $55 all said and done for the whole family to go. I'm like, that's not too bad for a 3-hour event for about 4 people. I'm like, it's fine. But if you don't use that deal, then yeah, it can get to like $70, $80, $90, $100 easily.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. I know we're here to talk about this now. This is going to have me going down this rabbit hole. But I pulled up this video of this mall that I used to go to that was in my area. Like, look at how freaking cool this looked. You know, this is in 1989 when it opened. That's like the congregation place everyone goes to for shopping. And I think that actually in this it actually shows. Yes, it shows the movie theater here. Look at how cool this looked. That brilliant like 90s aesthetic with the lights around it and such.
Oh, Brother Bear.
Yeah, and
what a simpler time.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. No one's on their phones. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, and the like I said, so this whole area is boarded up, and this sign still exists. You know, the concession stand still exists. Some of these lights are still on. It's really fucking weird. I felt very privileged to do that. But
what exactly were you going in there for?
So I was looking at renting some potential space to do something there. I got all these crazy ideas, and I needed some like larger space to rent or potentially lease. And I thought maybe like a movie theater would do, you know, and that was kind of the idea behind it. So it didn't work out, obviously. So
what, they wanted too much money?
Just the idea didn't like have a whole lot of legs to it.
Did they give you any kind of numbers? I'd be curious to see.
No, but you know, I tell you what, they certainly would if you came in and you like, when I say that mall has, like, they say 50% capacity, I think that's extraordinarily high. It's probably closer to 20 to 25% capacity as far as retailers in it. Mm-hmm. And I know I'm talking about one mall in one area of the United States, but I think this is, you know, vast majority of malls in the United States. There are obviously
they're pretty dead. They're
right.
Yeah. We had malls back where I was in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, before we just moved. That like we had a mall there, and I think it was just like a Black Friday we went there was like busy, but other than that, it's just sad. It's a ghost town. I was shocked it was even open. And then we obviously have some in Texas too. We're probably running into some of the same ones.
Yeah,
it's a little different out here. We have outdoor malls, and they're usually very, very high-end stores, like things you wouldn't buy online, like Dolce & Gabbana, the Louis Vuitton. That I'm like places I don't shop. I mean, they have an Apple store, like that kind of
the outlet, basically.
What's that?
Like an outlet center.
Yeah, but it's like outlet center, outdoor mall, whatever you want to call it. But every time I've gone for random things, like typically the Apple store for getting a fix or something like that, it's fairly busy there, and they charge for parking, which blows my mind. I'm like, don't you think that would be a turnoff for people to want to go to a place that's struggling to get people to come in the first place? But they do it.
Yeah, they certainly do. All right, let's move on. But before we do, Nathan says the big drawback of Daredevil for me is they cucked Kingpin in both the Hawkeye show and the Echo show, where he's been beaten by teenage girls. That and Disney's reputation makes me skeptical. Thanks, Nathan. Appreciate that.
That's kind of what I was thinking what Blabs said a second ago with the whole bait and switch. I think that's why people go to less movies. Like that deal where you could do 8 movies a year. If you go to that, would have sounded badass in the 90s or 2000s. But nowadays, you have to really convince me. I need to, not only do I need to see the trailer, I need to hear friends of mine say that the movie is worth seeing before I go see it. Because if I go see 8 movies a year, probably 3 of them are going to be preaching at me of how much of an idiot I am. And so I just...
That's a good point. And you combine that with modern times of, maybe I'm just getting older, but life feels so much busier now. Like, I had all the time in the world when I was younger. I was like, oh, I could go to the movies all the time. Now it's like you really have to plan for it and partition your time in the day to be like, okay, I can squeeze a movie in here at this point if I do this, and everyone's free in the family to do it at this. Like back in the day, there wasn't all this technology around, like YouTube or I mean, I guess there were games around, but a lot more accessibility to distract you. Whereas movies were like just the thing you do all the time. You go to the movies. It was like,
and you didn't have to work like 1,000 jobs just to make ends meet.
That too. Yeah.
That's
well, entertainment's changed. I mean, people are watching. You got 2,400 people watching side scrollers right now, not going to a movie. They're watching side scrollers, you know, and so
and pooping.
And pooping.
Circling back.
Multitasking for the win.
Just the way people take in entertainment. I mean, I watch weird stuff. I like watch Mario Kart YouTubers, like NBA YouTubers, and freaking like people dropping like metal into like anthills. And I'm like, how is this my entertainment? But it's like, that's what YouTube's done. Everybody has this weird list of stuff they watch that isn't going to the movies now. So it's just changed.
I've been to the movies like 3 times since 2019.
Wow.
3 times.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw Star Wars Episode 9, whatever the fuck that was. I saw, maybe it was 4 times. When did Infinity War come out? That was also 2019, yeah?
Yep.
So those 2 in 2019, then Endgame, and then Fantastic Beasts 3, and that was it.
Oh.
Well,
I don't go to cinemas either because it's like 40 minutes away too. So
What did she miss out on? That was just like
exactly. I haven't missed out on anything.
You missed Maverick was a good one. You
Oh,
should have
but
seen
I've seen Top Gun.
Okay.
Have there been any new
actual
Harry
movie
Potter
like
movies
afterwards?
recently?
no,
Sorry?
no new Harry Potter movies.
What was the
recently.
last Harry Potter movie? Like 2016?
2011.
Oh God, was it that long ago?
Yeah, and then the Fantastic Beasts franchise.
They've got that show coming out that Blabs is so
Shut up,
excited
Johnny.
about.
Shut up, Johnny. My blood pressure.
The race swap state.
Yeah, black snake.
That's right. You did. You missed Godzilla -1, the Mario
Yes.
movie.
Oh, but I've seen the
Dune.
Mario movie. I watched it on a plane.
Yes.
No.
I
Mercy,
want to see Godzilla -1. I still really want to see that.
I haven't seen that either.
Watch
and I don't
it.
care about
Watch it.
Avatar
It's
2.
not like those cheap cheeseburger monster movies. This is seriously a truly great film. You need to watch it.
I agree. And as Mercenary points out, says those 2,500 watchers should hit the like button, please. Yes, please do. We'd greatly appreciate that. Helps grow the show. YouTube likes interactive chats and all that fun stuff. So please hit the thumbs up button as we're approaching our goal right now. Speaking of guys pooping, the GDI guy came in with a 10, says, I'd like to make my restroom trips an efficiency transaction. Also, smash JT crushes. Lastly, Montez! Thank you so much, GDI guy. And make sure you wash your hands. All right, awesome. Here we go. Jay Watt says, don't forget to donate to the Smash JT Legal Fund against the Nose Ring Mafia. By the way, how's that coming along, Smash?
It's wild. It's at last I checked, it's almost at $61,000. And as far as the last status update I've had from my lawyer Ron Coleman on it, he has submitted for the case to be dismissed, and now we're waiting back to see if that's approved or not. And then we're going to have some other decisions to make after that. So that's where we're at right now with it. But yeah, everything's been great, and the community's been absolutely epically incredible. I've been overcome with emotion, not to be cheesy with it, but this is a situation that's really cool to see that when we talk about the gaming community coming together, it's like this is proof positive of it. So shout out to everyone.
Gay!
Yeah.
Ouch. Wait. When did Hypnotic get on here? Hold on.
No, I'm just kidding. That's great. No, that's awesome. And what's the timeline usually as far as Coleman went in and he submitted for dismissal?
I think it's kind of on the court's time. So it's just kind of like, that could be tomorrow or 10 years from now.
Okay.
Yeah. I will ask though. I'll ask. I'll try to find an update because that's a really good question.
Sounds good. David says, on the subject of malls dying, I remember in the early 2000s, how many had restrictions on people being under 18 being without a parent guardian, which killed any nostalgia for that generation. Oh yeah, there's truth in that. There are still restrictions on being under 18 at certain areas, certain clubs, certain malls, certain restaurants, whatever. That's pretty common, I would say. But yeah, there was definitely a lot of that.
I think it's Amazon more than anything. And not that isn't playing a part of it, but people can order stuff from their couch now. Mm-hmm. So
Mercenary says, buy that theater for the Real Game Awards and such. Speaking of Real Game Awards, we are 1 week away, guys. 1 week away. I am about 80% of the way through the edit of the video. So I should be finishing up probably today, I think. We'll see how it goes. It's coming along great. Which, by the way, Smash, presenter on the show, which is good. So
yeah, I don't know. I feel like I need to refilm my part. I feel like I was too aggressive with it. I don't know. I just, the second, like the shower thoughts of, I could have done this better. Could have said this. I don't know. Am I overthinking it, Craig?
You can still resend it. That's fine if you want to.
Could I?
Yeah. There's time. That's the wonderful thing about this year. It's just about making sure we do the show and making sure the show is done.
Well, I want to make sure not just do it, but I want to make sure we do it right.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, did you see the intro yet?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll send it to you later on. It'll be good. That's good. It's good. It's good. Hey, Market Reality says the American mall died because the middle class lost a large portion of its discretionary income. The mall's closed when the factory's closed.
There's
Not
a lot of
wrong.
reasons. That's definitely one of them.
Yes. High crime in the 90s and 2000s also killed malls.
Yep.
And Miku says, imagine using Crapple in 2025. I don't even know what that means.
So Apple and Crapple, I think it's another play on your.
Hey, bada boom, Crapple. All right. Let's go and move on. Talk about this Elon Musk Asmongold.
I'm talking here.
I'm talking here, right, Blabs? Hey, we're talking with our hands alive.
Please don't.
That's how your whole family talks, right, Blabs?
Realmente no.
We have the mozzarella, and the spaghetti.
Just like that.
That's right. Blab's gonna walk downstairs and see her mom. They're just gonna start doing this to each other a lot.
It's just how we just talk. We just do this. That's how you greet people.
Blabs, when we do a Side Scrollers live event and we have like a walkout for you, it's just going to be the most stereotypical Italian music play.
I'll bring pizza. Can we do like Dominic the Donkey, the Christmas song instead?
Oh, yeah, as long as you sing with it. As long as you sing it on the way out.
Hell no, I'm not singing Dominic the Donkey.
You already did on the show once.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I look like Marge.
It's great. Hey, also great. Ian came in with 10 gifted memberships.
That's
Thank you.
right.
Thank you so much.
Ooh
woo indeed. If you guys got gifted a membership, make sure you say thank you. And Kirsha, where are you? It's great to see you today with our 10 gifted. There she is, right there, just hanging out. Thank you, Kirsha, for bouncing up and down for those 10 gifted
Poor
memberships.
Johnny. He's like, my eyes avert.
She's not real. It's okay. It's just animated. It's all right.
It's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon. It's not real. All right. I
haven't said anything, okay?
I
This is
saw
all
you.
narratives from Blabs. Just get out of here.
I literally see you. I have access. I see you.
All right, Flickerbox says, working in the entertainment industry, I don't really miss theater and mall movie life due to streaming and YouTube service. Yeah, look, there's definitely pluses and minuses from all sides of it, right? But I think a lot of people miss the nostalgia for sure. Oh, look, check this out, Blabs. Rudd says the Sopranos theme for Blabs walkout. There we go. And Blabs pulls a gun and carrying a pizza and a gun in her holster over here.
It's fine. Yeah.
A little too real there, Blabs. A little too real.
But what?
All right, let's talk about Asmongold and Elon Musk, which is the idea that we're actually having a conversation about Asmongold and Elon Musk beefing is really freaking funny. And this all comes back to EP, penis, your ego. Elon Musk is saying, I admire Elon Musk for what he's done. And we have, we talked about this yesterday, Smash on your channel. You can look at somebody, you can be friends with them, or you could admire them and not agree with everything that they do, right? I think it's great that Elon Musk is building rockets. I mean, he's not actually building them, but he's as a company that does. He's hired people that are doing it. Tesla, the boring company, obviously X. I think Elon Musk has been a very net positive for society. But it's no shock that the richest man in the world probably has a giant ego, right? I don't think anybody should be shocked from that. And before he did all these crazy things, PayPal and Tesla and all this stuff, he's always played games. And gamers talk shit. And gamers, I've said this the other day, I feel like gamers, we all have that gaming accomplishment that you talk about that may or may not actually happened,
And always seems to get more crazy as the years go on with what actually transpired.
That's right. It goes it's like catching a fish. You caught the fish.
Yeah,
I got a fish.
Bigger over the years.
I fucking got it, right? You know what I mean? And that gaming accomplishment continues to get bigger and bigger. But when you bring egos into it, that's where we're at with Elon Musk and Asmongold, where the idea that Elon Musk has this account for, I think it's Path of Exile 2. and it's a highly rated account. And the long and short of it is that there's a lot of doubt. X is being pressed right now very hard by a lot of people that he did not actually grind to get it to this point. So people saying, oh, well, he bought his account. He has people playing for him, whatever. Because if you were to do this, it would take many, many, many hours, many, many, many days to be on that grind, to be that high of a level. So with that background, we are here. And I want to start here. I saw this video from this guy.
Well, real quick,
yes,
we're
sir.
talking about a guy that has Neuralink network, a robotics company. So simply just saying, we're thinking very 2D, like what we would do. I'm thinking he might be one step ahead of how it actually happened, but still holding true that it wasn't actually him.
Do you think that right now Elon Musk, as he's in meetings, is playing Path of Exile 2 with his mind? He's just sitting there going,
would you? Here's the thing. Would you put it past him?
No, of course not. Of course not. No, 100%. But yeah, that's anyway. So that's where we're at with this thing. Is a lot of people have pressed X to doubt. I get it. We have pressed X to doubt because, like I said, I think it takes a lot of time to grind. But I wanted to show this little 2-minute clip of this guy named Screamheart. Now, Screamheart is a YouTube. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but Screamheart is a YouTube channel that 14,000 subscribers, like 20,000 subscribers, somewhere around there. And he was talking about how he had the opportunity to play with Elon Musk about a year ago, and he has some of that captured. So he posted this video. Said, felt the need to add my unique perspective on the Elon Musk drama around Path of Exile 2. And there's a full video, but we'll just watch the first couple minutes of this.
If a game is really super hard, it kind of forces you to concentrate.
I have a recording in DMs with Elon Musk that might shed some light in the situation.
There's no way he played that account. I'm sorry. I think he bought the account or somebody played it for him. 100%.
I just want you guys to understand, this is one of the highest level hardcore characters in the game. He would have played thousands of maps at this point.
Just ran past Kazobs. He just ran past the Kazob.
Now, what I think is even funnier.
Well, I'm sorry, real quick. This guy has 1 million people watching him.
Whoa.
What?
Good catch, by the way. What?
Yeah. What the hell? Okay, sorry.
Now, what I think is even funnier about this is that it obviously calls into question him playing Diablo 4. D4 was so fucking easy. People couldn't even tell. They're like, yeah, is this like a random noob or is this the best player in the world? I don't know.
In some strange turn of events in the weirdest timeline imaginable, a poor trailer park boy, that's me by the way, ended up playing Diablo 4 with the richest man alive, Elon Musk. As fate would have it, I made a terrible video about a terrible build, and it was an instant hit. I was a part of an elite squad who exclusively played Druid. Not just because we hated ourselves, but also because Rax showed us that if we worked hard enough, we could deal 17 damage someday. And one of those Chads was the man himself, Elon Keanu Reeves Musk. Okay, Google actually says that his middle name is Reeve, but...
Did he say that?
Yes, he did. He addresses it.
Okay, Google actually says that his middle name is Reeve, but they're both beyond reproach, so it's basically the same thing, right? Right? I don't know how to break this to you guys, but Elon Musk is a fucking nerd. Yes, I know it's hard to believe that a guy who builds rockets and jumps like this might be a sweaty gamer, but I'll let you listen to our conversation and decide for yourself.
It's not a super long-term career being a pro gamer. I was semi-pro back in ancient times.
By the way, this is February. This is Valentine's Day last year, right? Think about all this. He says all the same things going on at this point. X, Tesla, Boring Company, SpaceX, and he's just hanging out playing these games. It's just odd.
That blows my mind.
Yes.
How we can find time for this.
Yes.
With play. So I actually made money and I had the first paid tournament in the US.
Nice.
And we came second. We would have come first, except
good thing he made money.
Right. Maybe that's how he got to start, right?
Yeah.
The best guy on the team's computer crashed halfway through the game, so we came second in the end. But I put ridiculous amounts of time into Quake, and then my company was going bankrupt, so I had to stop playing. But I play games just to kind of if it's a hard game, I'm forced to concentrate.
Yeah.
And then it quiets the demons in my mind. killing the demons in the game.
So he has a full video, and if you want to watch, that's fine. But he just talks about his experience playing with them, and he's more or less, vouching for his experience and giving his personal experience in it. And I'll tell you what, people are pissed at this dude. They are pissed at this Screamheart guy.
But if a game is really
just for having that experience, it's really like
why jealousy? Like why?
I don't know. Like all of a sudden, Elon Musk has turned into like gamer enemy number one because he may or may not have lied about what he's done in his accomplishments in video games. But his video itself over on YouTube, like, it only has 177 likes, 6,000. So it's definitely been ratioed, right? I'd pull that up, but I don't have the extension here. So, and it's, do you really believe that Elon Musk, the CEO of multi-billion-dollar companies, would play Path of Exile for 18 hours a day is the most efficient way possible, day after day? They have no idea about gear, no clue about mapping. See, right. And I agree, but here, like, this guy's just giving his perspective. Anyways.
Okay, I got it. The ratio is 177 likes to 708 dislikes.
Right, and he's just like providing his perspective. He's like, I played this with Elon Musk, so.
Why is he getting ratioed for that? I'm so confused. He's just providing information.
If you're looking for stuff to be mad about, there's a lot of people who hate Elon. There's a lot of people in nerdy spheres even who hate Elon. And then he equated Elon to Keanu Reeves, which might, people love Keanu. And then on top of that, he's even validating, to a certain extent, it almost seems like he's validating Elon's legitimacy as a world-class player,
right?
And a lot of people don't. I'm highly skeptical. Even before any of this stuff happened, when I heard that Elon Musk was one of the best players in the world, I looked at my wife and I'm like, I don't know if I believe that.
But Craig, these comments are wild. I just filtered by newest. Someone said 4 minutes ago, unfollowed, enjoyed your content, but this video defending Elon is a complete turnoff for me.
Right, like,
Damn.
And that's just, he doesn't even like really defend. He just kind of like, this is what happened, right? Yeah.
Why are people so pissy all the time? Like, you can't have like, all right, you have this opinion, I have this opinion, let's just keep going or whatever. No, it's like, you would disagree with me, goodbye forever.
Bootlicker. He's
Very-
not gonna fuck you. He's not gonna. He's not gonna pay you for defending. Stop glazing. Your dislikes tell the whole story. You'll never be Ian Miles Chung. So stop this humiliating dance. Right? It's like when this is where we're at with this, and it's like, okay, this guy just tells his experience about his time and and he becomes the enemy immediately, and it's amazing to see kind of the response from folks. And one of the responses was actually from Elon Musk to this. He posted a response talking about Asmongold. Says Asmon behaves like a maverick, quote, independent, but in reality has to ask his boss for permission before he could do anything. He's not his own man. Now,
damn,
what he's referencing here is this DM between Elon Musk and Asmongold. Says they are obviously having some sort of conversation, and Asmongold said, I'm going to see if my editors want to make a second account for it even. And Elon says, sure, who are these mysterious editors? And Asmongold says, these two guys, they basically run the entire YouTube account. So basically any content I post is edited or uploaded by them, and they just get a cut of the ad revenue. It's a super good system, to be honest. Almost everyone does on YouTube does it, by the way. And like, okay, so there's a couple things wrong with this.
Did Elon just post his DMs without permission and just put this out there with other people's names tagged stuff? Like,
ding, ding, ding. So he has been he has actually been community noted for this. Elon has, for actually violating the terms of service of his own platform, which is pretty fucking funny. By the way, just quick side note here. If we have any editors,
flabbergasted from this.
If we have any editors in our chat that want a similar deal with that, with our Side Scrollers channel, we're still kind of figuring out what we're doing with like edited videos and stuff, right? And Blabs is doing an excellent job, but there are things that we could do. If there's any editors out there that want to work a similar deal like this, where you get a portion of the channel revenue, I'm totally on board with that. Reach out to me. must have experience editing. So, anyways, continuing with this. So he leaked.
Before you even continue
yes, sir.
with it, I'm just thinking from the perspective of Elon. None of us with our combined brains could ever fathom having the amount of money that he has. Even if we put our intelligence together, still couldn't understand it. So if you have all the money in the world, it gives you a different perspective of, I can do whatever the fuck I want, and I will never run out of money. So I can just be me and not care and break the terms of service of my own platform. And
yeah,
who cares about it's a wild way to think about life. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, that kind of mentality probably explains the island mentality of many of those rich people. But anyway, go on.
Yeah. Well, he continued here. Elon did over on X. And he says, this is him justifying. He says, here's me doing a world record, Diablo clear, on stream, just including links. And that how do you say this guy's name? Ian Miles Chong? Is that right? I see this guy. I don't, you should have to justify yourself. He says, I'm on hundreds of streams on YouTube and Twitch playing live with the world's best player. No other way I can say this, but while Asmongold is good at caustic commentary and making fun of people, he is not good at video games.
Man, he definitely pushed Elon's buttons with that video. Holy crap.
Now, Asmongold saw this and he responded in a great way, by the way. Really funny. He says, leaking my DMs is one thing, but this is absolutely uncalled for. Like calling him a bad video gamer, And Elon Musk, once again, was community noted with Asmongold's achievements over here. So he was community noted on his own platform for this. So that's where that whole thing is at right now, and I'm sure we'll hear more about that. This whole thing just seems so fucking stupid and petty and dumb. And like, what are you all really upset about? No, I'm the best Chun-Li Street Fighter player in the world. No, I'm the best NBA Jam player in the world. I know that it gets serious. I get it. I've been to those competitions. I've been to video game competitions. I get it. All sorts of shit talk, right? But shut the fuck up, everybody.
I don't know though. Like, I was skeptical about it for Elon, but the fact that he's defending it so hard, it's like the man is clearly passionate about it. It just leans into the fact that he clearly loves this. And if somebody was to tell me, that I was bad at like my favorite game in the world, somebody said you suck at Zelda games, I would be like, I'd be hurting inside. And that's what Elon looks like. He's hurting inside.
What this is going to ultimately lead to is Elon's going to stream with Asmongold, and they're going to play a game together and chat and talk. That's going to happen.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
Patches it up.
And you know who's winning this whole thing? Asmongold.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so many eyes on him.
Yep. Maybe we should call out Elon Musk and let him know what a bad video game player
right.
Come on here and talk about it.
Well, it's working for me calling out the game industry, and look at my channel. So yeah.
Look for you. That's great.
I just actually, can we pull up that DM though? Because there was something I wanted to point out, like the language between the two of them. If you notice, Elon Musk is very direct and straightforward, and then there's Asmon going, "LOL, TBH." I'm like, bro, you're talking to the biggest, the most rich man in the world, and you're using the word LOL. Like, really?
Yeah, that is kind of funny.
I noticed that. And I was like, some language there.
Well, here's the thing: Asmongold has fuck you money, right? And
what?
Asmongold has fuck you money.
Is he
right?
really?
Oh, dude, he's rich. He's crazy rich.
He's swimming in money. He doesn't spend anything either. So
that's true. If you look at his house, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just his YouTube channel alone generates hundreds of thousands of dollars every month, right?
I didn't think he had enough fuck you money. I thought, he was a millionaire, but I didn't think it's fuck you.
If you're making $multi-million annually for multiple years, you're good.
You're sad, yeah.
He's got that nice. Fucking money. Right. Now, what's interesting about this was the response from Niche Gamer, actually. I don't know if you guys saw this today, but Niche Gamer posted, they said, hot take. We don't care if Elon is getting help with his characters or not. We're just thrilled to see someone as high profile as he is playing and enjoying games instead of grandstanding that gamers are losing and or retards for enjoying this entertainment medium. Take the W, right? which I think is a good nuanced point. It makes a lot of sense. Got anything on that, Johnny?
No, I love that. I mean, there's too many. It blows my mind that even in this day and age we're in, where people have like full-time jobs, there's the smartest, richest man in the world plays video games for fun all the time. We still have people all the time saying video games are for losers. If you participate in video games, you're a loser. When it's like, it's no different than any form of entertainment. What are you doing when you just go to the movie theater and watch a movie? Nothing. You're just mindlessly consuming. You don't even interact with it. But we don't preach that just movies generically across the board are bad. So no, I think it's a wonderful, fantastic point that seeing someone who is successful and winning at life and a lot of different facets of life is a gamer. And so I think that's good.
Should we tell him?
No.
I was just talking to myself.
No.
League of Legends streamers often buy and receive secondary accounts for smurfing/streaming that they didn't level up to be able to play ranks. So he didn't do the work to get there. Feels like a bit nitpicking. So, and even in our chat, people are like loser take. Some people say win take, base take, loser take. So people are actually very, very divided about this. It's interesting to see. So it's been an ongoing conversation with Elon. Big Butter says Elon pretty much saved free speech in the Western world, so I can let this one transgression slide. Right? Yeah. Miku says ask him to come on. Would love to book.
Hi, Elon. Please come on the show. Done.
What's up, Elon? Can I be here if he comes?
You sure?
Everybody, we'll get them all. All right, let's see. We're at 11 of our super chats goal today. I think we're gonna get C Montez by the end of it, which is great. I want to get to a few of these. Orthodox Monk says Blabs walking out as when your moon hits the eye like a big pizza. You want to just finish the rest, Blabs?
That's amore.
That's right. And Jay Watt says, will Smash JT talk with his Italian hands this episode? Find out by smashing that like button. Let's go. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Mercenary says, I don't think Elon Musk is even real. Not anymore.
What do you mean? He's a robot?
He is Keanu Reeves. He's Neo in the Matrix.
Marvelin says, lots appear to be missing the fact that Elon has shockingly little knowledge of content creation, as he was blasting Asmon is insane considering he owns a social media platform. I think that's actually a really good point. Really good point. The idea of how YouTube and content creation actually really works. And yes, it takes a village to have a successful YouTube channel for sure. A lot of hands moving in it. And so yeah. Ian came in and says, wait, Elon's not building the rockets himself? What a fraud. That's right. That's right. Python Bacon says smash goons for Jesus. All right. Thank you for that. We do have
oh shit.
We do have a little update, guys.
Oop.
On something. I don't know if you saw this.
Updates can be good or bad.
Well, I'm very excited to share this with you because I don't know if you've seen this or not, because we have a brand new poster for Assassin's Creed Shadows, which just dropped over on X.
I think I know what you're going to show.
Well, here we are with this. A new Creed rises over Japan. Assassin's Creed Shadow available March 20th, 2025. Look at that story. Look at that wonderful image here in full blistering 4K, as the meme goes. You can see all the characters that you will or will not meet, most likely will not meet in Assassin's Creed.
That's the Goonies of Japan. The bottom.
There you go. That's right. There they are down there just hanging out.
This, I mean, I got to be honest. Upon first glance, this looks like a amateur fan-made poster.
You don't actually see the huge problem, though, with this poster?
That Yasuke is not front and center. Well, I mean, he is front and center, but there are people in front of him.
Yeah, and his face is hidden too, which reminds me of Black Panther poster cover up and Finn from China.
Oh yeah, the most famous one.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is what this reminds me of. This is damage control right here. That's it. It's
That's
funny.
a great
And
catch.
then you have the kid down below. He's kind of chunky, right?
Yep.
This is like the Japanese Goonies, man. I love it.
Well, you know, as the chat has pointed out, he is wearing armor, you know, and that which covers his entire
Yeah, but
body.
he's still in the back. And
Yeah, but there's a lot that goes into design. Where he's positioned, how the armor's positioned, how much it's covering his face, the
Yep.
shadowy textures. There's a lot that goes into it. So she's not completely wrong just because, oh, yeah, his armor covers his face. Well, they could choose to show more of his face just based on how they designed it.
Did I freeze?
No, you're good.
Oh, yeah, I
So
just
do
came
you
back.
play
I
as
actually
the-
froze.
Do you play as the young fat kid now instead of Yasuke?
God, that'd be so
Can you imagine?
funny. Like,
I love his little sailor outfit.
if they made an Assassin's Creed game where you played as a little fat kid, that'd be so entertaining.
I'd be down.
Like a fat 10-year-old kid running around all chubby, waddling
But
around.
you have to make it like an actual parody game, and it would to do it right. I think it'd be great.
I mean, I'm in on that idea. I don't care about story. I just want to see a little fat kid parkouring all over the place, jumping into hay bales and shit. You know, it'd be funny. Great. Like as soon as he hits the ground, a nuclear bomb goes off. Okay.
Pow!
And every time he jumps off a roof, he goes. Speaking of explosions,
I do find it fascinating that Yasuke and is it Naue? I don't even know how to say
Something
it.
like that, yeah.
How they are being kind of I don't know put to the background and putting more characters around it to make it feel more obviously more diverse and more inclusive, but obviously to minimize Yasuke.
Yeah,
it's curious, and this is not done like you guys say. It's not done by accident. They're clearly trying
This
to
was
send a
damage
signal.
control.
Yeah.
well, you can look for Assassin's Creed Shadow, ladies and gentlemen, launching March 20th, 2025. Let's go.
Although we've done this riveting sales pitch.
Buried in
Donnie,
the
will you
velvet
actually play in the game?
What, I play that game? No.
I'm just curious.
No.
Why not? Why not, you bigot?
Because I want the game you were describing, Craig.
Oh, okay.
He wants to play as the fat kid.
The nuclear bomb landings. Yes, please.
I'm a game designer. Let's go. All right. Let's move on. But before we do, friends, Elite Neo, my boy, came in with the $50 super chat. Look at that. He says, to be fair, Elon has plausible deniability on his side for sorry.
Read a book. Read a book.
I thought he was grabbing the Bible there for a second.
Yeah,
He's like, oh
yeah.
no, will not sin.
I do have a Bible here somewhere.
Blabs, why don't you read that real quick?
Okay, Elite Neo over 50 says, to be frank, Elon has plausible deniability on his side as far as Diablo 4 gameplay goes. He's playing an overpowered character and build. As for Path of Exile 2, though, he's not reaching as high as a level as he was unless someone was playing the game for him 24/7. Thank you very much for your 50.
Elite Neo, that's awesome. That's spectacular. We love it. We're now at 13 of our 20 goals. We're going to get there. I think we are. Elite Neo, thank you. Also adding to that.
Getting caught up on to be frank. I always thought it was to be fair, but
To be fair or frank.
I've
TBS.
never
Oh, did I say to be frank? Isn't
Yeah,
that it?
I've never heard
I don't
that.
know anymore. I didn't
No,
catch
now
up
I'm
with the
questioning
lingo.
myself. So
It's too much.
Pre-Dawn Corpse came in with the 10. Getting for Montez. Says, here you go, Blabs. Love the stream last night, Smash. Now jump in the pool. Did you have to jump in the pool last night?
no, thank God. It was
Holy
like
shit.
freezing, and I'm not going to jump in the pool when
I'm
I was so
dropping
tired.
500, man. Nobody drops 500 on our streams. That's crazy.
Wait, what?
Nobody drop. Isn't that the goal for you? Like somebody spends $500 and you'll jump in the pool.
No, that's not a thing. Someone just made it a thing.
should
They
be.
donated 500.
Don't
They say,
do
"No,
that to him, Craig. You're gonna make him have pneumonia for jumping in the pool in January.
Somebody donates $500 right now. I'll go jump in my pool. No, I'm just kidding. I won't.
Do you even have a pool?
I do. Yes, it's the worst thing ever. Having a pool.
You have a pool, rich
You're
person.
so cool. You know, everyone who has a pool.
You pay
never
me like
uses it.
minimum wage.
It came with a house.
Came with the house.
Yeah. Came with
I
the
said
house.
take it away. They said no.
Yeah.
That's what I did with the hot tub that was in this house. Like it was like an outside.
Oh.
Like it was in like a.
Oh no,
Oh,
no.
the hot tub. Oh.
Yeah, but like it wasn't even tested, so I didn't even know if it worked or anything. And yeah, we got rid
Don't
of it.
tell Craig you have a hot tub.
I
Now
don't.
Craig's thinking I found another way to increase viewership.
I don't have one though. We got
We-
rid of it when I moved in.
We
like,
can get
10
you one,
years ago.
Blabs.
No thanks.
No, just kidding. We'll get me
Definitely
one.
not.
Everyone will be interested in that. It'd be great.
Side tubs.
Oh my god. All right. Let's keep moving on. Hey, by the way, the Nintendo Switch 2 was announced today. I feel like we should probably talk about that. Probably a big deal. Let's go check out the trailer for the Nintendo Switch 2 and we'll get everybody's thoughts on this. Before we get too far into this is the most Nintendo thing ever, right?
It's Nintendo ASMR.
I mean, it
Right.
really is. Like, just the amount of like do-do-do-do-do-do, and the little sound effects and the presentation of it. It's so Nintendo. It's
I
ridiculous.
am surprised they didn't try to inject some Mario coin sounds or something along the way.
They don't want to distract from the product, you know. But
I guess.
Here we go. This is interesting though. This kickstand. We'll get to that. Did you just hear the new sound they're going to be using for
clack?
Yeah. Good point.
That's definitely they're going to be using that for all their Nintendo Switch Online stuff or their presentations.
Good point.
All right, so there it is. In all its beauty, there's some, they show some gameplay here. We'll get to that in a second. But first and foremost, let's talk about like the design of this, the overall look. First, love to hear your thoughts, Johnny, looking at this for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, it's much bigger. They emphasize that. I think it's even bigger than the OLED, which will be interesting. They routed the curves a little bit. Looks like it's going to be comfortable in the hand. It looks sleek. It reminds me of the step up from the PS1 to the PS2, where it got bigger, black, sleek, and hopefully they're thinking sales. They're hoping sales go that direction too. But no, I like it. I mean, it's safe. It's safe, but they have the best-selling console, in their history, so it doesn't totally surprise me. Nintendo usually like to shake things up dramatically, but I don't know. I just after the moneymaker, and they are known to follow the money. Why not play it safe? So it's the leakers were right. It is exactly the way it was described, like to a T. And I think that's why they revealed it this way. I think there's a lot of reasons to believe that. I mean, this is a trailer for the trailer, because at the end of this trailer, they're like, this Nintendo Direct is dropping on April 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that was the date they initially had planned. But as a damage control, because of all the leaks coming out, and Nintendo hates it when they're not in control, they probably brought this out, had some designers go ahead and put this little trailer together just so they could kind of take control of the situation and at least, put something out there themselves. But ultimately, I do like it. And then, we'll get into it. But Mario Kart 9 has me excited too.
We'll take a look at that in just a second. Let's go back to the design here for a second. Smash, what are your thoughts on this? And then I'll give you mine.
Basically the same as Johnny. It's sleeker. I wanted a bigger Switch. Like that was my biggest complaint with the original. I know everyone's like, oh, the graphics, the processing power suck on it. Like they were good enough for the games that were coming out on it, and they were starting to struggle with the ones that were coming out now. I get that. But my biggest issue has always been the size of it, because I have big hands. So it was always in handheld mode, always felt crammed for me.
Sure.
So this is like the one thing where I'm like, yes, bigger is better. Hopefully better processing power. I don't know about the screen. They didn't tell anyone. There are rumors that it's not going to be OLED, but there's a lot that I like about this. Additional USB-C port on the top that a lot of people aren't talking about, that opens it up for a lot more capabilities that didn't already have. And no, I'm on board with it. I love the design. I love the curves on it, make it look like it would be more form-fitting for your hands, so you don't get like pain from a corner jagged edge while you're holding it. So
Right.
yeah, I'm loving it.
I think that, people who are complaining about the design itself, I said this the other day, and I stand by this. I think Nintendo feels they have perfected the video game console. And that's why this is the first Nintendo console that has a number attached to it, as far as sequential number. I think that it does everything you want, right? The idea that you can dock it on your TV, you can take it on the go. They've made it bigger, they made it stronger, and on top of that, they've also made it more appealing to the eye than the original Switch. The original Switch was cute to look at, but it also looked like a kid's toy. This looks like something that you can put in your living room, and it doesn't pop off the wall. Because the blue and the red sticking out of the side of the dock, and it looks sleeker, it looks more mature, if you will.
Well, they sold 150 million Nintendo Switch consoles over the course of, how many years now? 8 years. A lot of the kids who grew up playing the first Switch are now going to be playing this Switch. They're older now, since when it first came out. And so, yeah, I like the fact that it's got a little bit more of a mature vibe to it. And who knows? I get Nintendo has the best-selling console out there, but it's crazy to say this. It's almost low-hanging fruit. Like, they have the best-selling console out there because of their first-party games, because of their great IPs. But they could dominate even more if they had the specs to do it all. Imagine if you could play all your Marios, all your Zeldas, all your Metroids, and all that, but you could still play third-party games and have it be just as good. I don't think it's going to be there. From what I'm hearing, people are like, expect like PS4 specs, not like PS5 specs on this. So we'll see about that. But I don't know. It feels like they have a potentially an even bigger audience than just the kids and families.
Okay, so going back to the idea, like that's the thing you hear all the time. It's like, why don't they go into third party? Why don't they have third party games, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go to my favorite list ever. This is from Wikipedia. This is the best-selling game for the Switch. Okay, we're going to go down the line, and we will stop when there is a non-Nintendo product that is listed in their top 30. So here we go. We're going to stop up here. Nintendo, Pokemon. Nintendo, Pokemon. Pokemon, Nintendo.
Wow.
We are currently at number 24.
Wow.
24 before a non-Nintendo game enters the top-selling games for the Nintendo Switch. That tells you everything you need to know.
I'm going to give a little bit pushback, though.
Sure.
That's because up until this point, if you are buying third-party games on a Nintendo Switch when you have a different console, you're an idiot. Like I as a basketball fan who plays NBA 2K, I would be ridiculed on my basketball channel if I did a live stream playing 2K on a Nintendo Switch, because it just can't hang, like graphically, frame rate, everything. It's not up to standards of everyone else. So, and I say that as a huge Nintendo fan. You go into it knowing you're playing it for the first party games. I'm not going to buy anything. I think last time I bought, what was it? Lego Star Wars. Like, me and my wife were playing it. She enjoyed Lego Star Wars. So I was like, let's just get it on the Switch. And I remember when we first played it on Switch, and I was like, this looks terrible. It was like the first time it looked like a Switch game had looked so bad to me that I was like, I don't even want to keep playing this. It's so grainy that when you go back to the Xbox edition, it's night and day. So I think part of that is just, it's been that way because gamers have kind of adapted to that, but I don't think it has to be that way. I could see them selling bonkers if they just have the specs to back it up.
The thing that makes, and allow me to kind of counter that, right?
Sure.
Because the thing that makes the Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 what it is that it's accessible and easy for everyone to play, and it's also more affordable than the others, right?
That's it.
It's not seen as a hardcore console, right? It's something that everybody can play, and I think Nintendo learned. We talked about the development of Nintendo as a company over the years from video game production. They tried with the GameCube. It didn't really work out. The GameCube led to the Wii, and they were huge with the Wii because they catered to a massive audience, grandmas, and we all know the story around the Wii. Then they tried to go back to the Wii U, and they're like, "Oh, here we go." And the branding on the Wii U was horrendous, but I think they nailed it with the Switch with the Switch in particular. Let's go and finish up this trailer here.
Well, can I get, just real quick, just to your point,
please.
to your point of the Switch being like the ultimate console, that Nintendo's perfected it. I think the technology is finally there for them to see their vision through, and it's all come to this point. It started with the Wii U, but the marketing was terrible, and on top of the marketing being terrible, it didn't do what you would want it to do. Like, I remember when I got my Wii U, and this is someone who plays games and loves games and does research and was excited about it way back in the day, got it day one, and I remember plugging in power, and I was like, I need to go take a crap. Let me bring it into my bathroom with me. Why is it not working anymore? Wait a second. Oh, you have to stay close to the console with this? Like, I didn't understand how it all worked until that. I'm like, oh, now with the Switch, you could do that. Now it's all coming to fruition with the Switch 2. And like you said, I don't know where they could possibly go from here. I find it fascinating that this is, like you said, the first time they've ever had a numerical sequence after a console, which I never thought of before you said that. It's like, that's wild. That tells everyone that this is the direction they're going now. They finally found their PlayStation. This is the Nintendo. It will always be a Switch moving forward forever. So
correct. Yeah, I 100% agree. Let's go and finish up with this trailer here, because it does show some new Mario Kart, which a lot of people are assuming Mario Kart 9.
Real quick, watch him pull an apple and just go straight to Mario Kart X like 10.
Oh no. Skipping 9. Okay, so this is cool here. They talk about the backwards compatibility, and it's going to play both physical and digital games from your Switch over to your Switch 2. But certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported on or fully compatible with the Switch 2. Details will be shared on the Nintendo website at a later date. Okay, so I misread that. I thought it was going to be later today.
I'm very confident in what that actually is referring to, though.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you.
It's basically, if I had to guess, call me crazy, but it's Labo and that fitness game that requires it to fit into the like. I think it's games like that where it's like, you can't really translate it, but the games would still go in and powered function and turn on. It's just you can't play them with the console because it doesn't. The controllers wouldn't work with it, type thing.
Yeah, even the Joy-Cons themselves have a different design and layout and that sort of thing. And I just think it's going to be like accessory type games, where it's not going to work with because they're just no longer compatible.
But the games will still go in and work probably. It's just you can't play.
Yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't be the case. If it's a more powerful system and it's not like Switch games are the most powerful games and by today's standards anyway, I wouldn't see why like random, regular games should be left out.
Well, there's a few little things that people picked up on. I mean, most people picked up on while watching that. And the first one I think is this this mouse part of the trailer where they put the Switch, the Joy-Con down, and it's used kind of like a mouse. And this is rumored as well. For me personally, I think this is like a non-starter. I think this is a cool feature, but this is like it's a gimmick.
Mario Paint 2, let's go.
Yeah, right, awesome, cool. Mario Paint, like I love it, but you know what I'd rather play Mario Kart. And this is gonna piss people off. You know what I'd rather play Mario Paint on is a Wii U. With the screen, it does the same thing. I don't need a mouse to do it, but I mean, I think this is just kind of a gimmick that people are like, oh, that's cool, but it'll be used by Nintendo for like 3 games, and no third party will ever use it. And that's just kind of one of those things. Now, the other thing is the Mario Kart 9 side of this, and that's people are looking at that. They're like, holy shit, Mario Kart 9 is coming.
Before we go on to the next thing, are you done with the mouse thing? Because I wanted to add on to that real quick.
Go ahead with the mouse, yeah.
For people that don't know, their infrared camera is on the inside of the Joy-Con now. So previously it was on the outside, on the bottom, on the left-hand side. So this theoretically opens up more gameplay options with it being down like this, and maybe playing party games and like, I don't know, the Ouya board type game. So stuff like that I'm thinking of. But anyway.
Well, like FPS games will use it,
oh yeah, keyboard and mouse.
Potentially, yeah, maybe.
Oh, don't make me do that for Metroid Prime 4. I'm thinking of Metroid Prime 3 playing like this. I'm like, don't make me do that again, please.
Oh yeah, but I just saw that post you just brought up there. Mario Maker, a mouse for that would be epic.
Dude. Oh, look, it's already drifting. That's right. That's right. All right, well, let's talk about Mario Kart 9, right? Johnny, you were a Mario Kart dude, and you noticed immediately like that's not Mario Kart 8.
It's not. No, I mean, there's a ridiculous amount of tracks on them, but I can promise you that's not any of them. That is a brand new track. And there's even a lot of details within that trailer that a lot of people have already noticed. I mean, even like the size of the roads, the boost pads and the roads are much, much larger. And then there's a still shot actually towards the beginning when the race is just about starting. And there's little like notches in the road. Yeah, see all these starting points? That's 24 of them. You can normally have up to 12 racers in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now they've doubled that. So imagine just the chaos of a bunch of people throwing items at each other, trash talking, but now doubling it to 24, which kind of also makes sense why they blew up the dimensions and the streets are wider and all that. So yeah, they're definitely changing it up. It looks like it might be crazy.
So 24 racers, wider tracks, probably longer tracks. If you have 24 people on it, you got to have your tracks go a little bit further. One other change has been the people have noticed the redesign of Donkey Kong in it, going from that to his movie redesign.
Oh, wow.
Just
I gotta admit, I don't know if it's a total redesign though, as much as like it might be another skin. Because like think of Smash Brothers and how many different skins there are, how many different versions of Link there are. You got Adult Link, Kid Link, Toon Link, and all these things. I could see that being either the movie version of Donkey Kong or the classic version of Donkey Kong that like Miyamoto initially drew that was supposed to be the one in the arcade and all that sort of thing. So I feel like that might just be another skin because that is a dramatic change.
Don't tell me Nintendo's getting into the Fortnite game of free-to-play skins, buy different.
Well, it's not that. I mean, they have like 12 different colors of Yoshi. Something like that. Mario Kart.
I'm just saying this is like not a color. This is a completely different skin. I'm hopeful that it's still just the way Nintendo's always been. Work to unlock it, give you progress, make you have a reason to keep going back. That would be my hope with this.
Yeah. There's once again, allow me to counter that, Johnny. The idea that I don't think that they would show a skin, an alternate skin, in the opening trailer of a console, right? I think they would show with the primary design, and then you get the skins later on down the line. That's just my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
But obviously, the beautiful thing about this is that people are going to go frame by frame and find these little things that are, you talk about the 24 starting places and such, which obviously keys to the idea that there's going to be way more than 24 selectable characters in this, at least. So, which will expand the universe.
It's just gonna be Smash Brothers. Just the entire character select from Smash Brothers.
Could you hold on? Think about that for a second. Could you imagine if they Smash Brothered Mario Kart 9 and you had Minecraft Steve in it, you had Master Chief in it as playable characters, and they said, "Well, we're gonna borrow games from borrow characters from other universes and bring them into Mario Kart because why the hell not?
Why not? They did it with Smash Brothers.
Yeah, like they've already done it once. I think that'd be super fun. They should absolutely do that. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, they already have. I mean, it's kind of crazy to me that they don't have a character like. I mean, maybe again, it's the niche thing. They don't have a playable character like Samus in Mario Kart, but you can play as a Splatoon character. You can play as Isabelle from Animal Crossing, and so they're already kind of dabbling into that a little bit. They might just fully own it with this one. We'll see.
Never thought about Samus not being in Mario Kart.
I never did either. That's funny.
Crazy. Yeah.
Well, they even have
Link is in it.
they even have Captain Falcon's vehicle.
Yeah.
From F-Zero, but you can't play as Captain Falcon. It's like they've dabbled in it, but they haven't completely owned it yet, and they just need to own it now. Make it. Don't change the name because Mario Kart has like brand value.
Yes.
But basically, make it Nintendo Kart. Like,
I don't think Nintendo could have ever envisioned Mario Kart becoming the franchise that it is when they first made it on Super Nintendo. Like, ever.
Listen, I'll tell you this right now. The best battle session ever is still the original. The battle mode in Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo is the best.
I'll always be partial to 64. Sorry. You're never going to sell me on that.
It's so intense. It's so, oh my God, it's so good. All right, quick recap here. So the Nintendo Switch 2 details. This is from Screen Time. Bigger screen, bigger Joy-Cons, new dock, Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games, of course, backwards compatible with Switch and physical games. So there's all you need to know. But let's hear what other people have to say. Mally was on our show, and she was talking about the Switch 2 when it was just rumors. She says, well, now it's official and not rumor. I still stand by my original rant on side scrollers. This will be the Nintendo DS XL all over again. I don't need a bigger Switch. Although if they announce having a stronger processing system, I could be intrigued. She doesn't think this is going to do super hot. I vehemently disagree with Mally on that. I think this will be huge. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that, Johnny?
Yeah, I don't know if Nintendo's at that point where it can, unless they do something monumentally stupid, that they can crash that hard, because Nintendo as a brand is just so much bigger than it was back then. Now they have Mario movies making $1 billion. They have a Zelda movie coming out. It sold 150 million units, and people now there's just massive fans of Zelda, Mario, Fire Emblem, all these different first party games. My wife just wants to get it for Animal Crossing. She wants to play Animal Crossing. And so just the first party IPs have been bigger than they've ever been before. So it's gonna be really hard for it to fail. I don't think it's gonna sell as much as the Switch did. But I certainly don't think it's on its way to failure.
I wonder if the margins will be higher.
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I have seen reports that they are expecting to sell 20 million units in the first year. Wow. So at least they have 20 million units ready to be produced. So
you know what's going to be the scariest thing for a manufacturer is making sure that there's not like a universal issue on that 20 million units. That would keep me awake forever. I would be so worried going into a launch about there being like a Red Ring of Death situation or something.
Just one issue with your product, and that's the one that brings down the entire brand.
Yep.
Now I saw this, and I don't know. Like, there have been a lot of rumors about this. We'll get to kind of some of the originators of those rumors in just a second, but there was this from Nintendo Prime over on X. Says people have asked for the Nintendo Switch 2 processor power chart measured in game cubes. Now, I thought this was kind of interesting, and I wanted to kind of go through this because this is, you can kind of see right here. Here's the GameCube. Here's the Wii. Right, it's like 1.5 GameCubes. The Wii U was many GameCubes, and then there's the Switch, and then there's the Switch as it's docked, which I didn't know that it being docked actually upped its power. Is that accurate? I don't know, but
I heard that it does, but I mean,
Well, I'm not a tech guy, but then we have the Switch 2 here, which is 180 GameCubes. And then you have the Switch 2 docked, which is 330 GameCubes. So the processing power of a GameCube that was released in 2002. Keep that in mind. So I think that was about right. So it's just kind of interesting to see the visualization of that. If that's true, take that as a grain of salt.
I just hope Nintendo doesn't focus on this, because I gotta be real with you. As a Nintendo fan, I don't really care about that. And I think a lot of non-Nintendo fans don't care about that because they're not going to suddenly turn into Nintendo fanboys. They're not sold, But like, I don't care about that. Like my qualms with Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild is not that the map isn't big enough. For God's sakes, I don't need a bigger map. Can you give me like traditional items and like good, complicated like dungeons and stuff? Like, we just want good games, And when I see like how many GameCubes there are,
can we start with dungeons? Please give us dungeons.
Yes. And I know that's just one. And I know that's just one game, but there's a lot. Like, we just want good games, and it's like I only need one GameCube to have a really good time, not 3,000 of them or whatever that was.
Can I push back?
I just hope that doesn't. Now Nintendo's like, we can play a powerful game too. No, just focus on good games. Okay.
I want to push back a little bit though, because with Metroid Prime 4 coming out, I don't want that lagging. I don't want it to look shitty. And I trust in Nintendo. I mean, Metroid Prime, the original on the GameCube, looked and still holds up today as a badass, great looking, smooth gameplay game. And if you're telling me there's how many GameCubes in a Switch 2, Craig? How many was it?
It's 180 or something.
Okay, so 180 times Metroid Prime. I think we're good.
Sure, but what if let me push back a little bit there. So what if I now took that into, well, Metroid now needs to be open world to really get the fullness out of the game. And I would say, don't do that. Metroid has always been about exploration, isolation. It really needs to make you feel lonely on this, really creepy, faraway planet. So you need to feel alone with Samus as you're like completely immersed. But when people talk about blowing it up, I mean, that's inevitably where it goes. It can handle more, so make more. Big open world Metroid. That's what I'm afraid of.
Can you do both though? Could you do an open world Metroid game where it still has the Metroid labyrinths in areas, but also open world?
I don't think it, as a traditional Zelda fan, it didn't work for Zelda when they tried it. And that's why this fandom's now divided. So is it possible? Maybe. I don't know if they'd execute it. So.
I mean, it would explain the delay. Sorry, Craig, go on.
No, it's okay. There's been, obviously, you hit on this early, Johnny, the idea that the Switch, there's a lot of rumors about this, and they were pretty much all right. Every single one of them was right about the Switch 2. And a lot of that came from a guy named Nate the Hate. And people were looking at the clock last night. I was one of them, looking at it going like, yo, so nothing's announced. And there was no teaser, no like, hey, we're going to be announcing something tomorrow. They just dropped this damn thing at 7 a.m. on a Thursday in January, right? So I was tweeting out, and I think I represented a lot of folks just checking out Nate the Hate about the Switch 2 being announced tomorrow. And sure enough, guess what? Nate responded. Says, and it happened on Thursday.
He got ratioed.
I got ratioed the fuck out of it, right? now, with that said, I did give him his flowers, right? And you son of a bitch, you did it, right? Yeah. So, will he respond to that one? Probably not, right? Yeah. But I got dunked on like crazy. And
the reason, sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
The reason why I think a lot of people thought that is usually there's always a Nintendo Direct in February. Beyond that, whenever Nintendo does a Direct, they have a live event on YouTube. It's a clickable link on YouTube where you can see it 24 hours in advance. And at my time, it's always 9 a.m. So for most U.S. citizens, it's going to be within a 3-hour window of that time. And it wasn't there. There was just nothing to it. Also, beyond that, it was anticlimactic as heck. It was so anticlimactic. Just a tweet. Here's an update from Nintendo. That was their first tweet, just nonchalantly.
No, you know what that was? That was Nintendo with a giant FU to the leaks. Like, okay, fine, it's leaked here. Fuck. Like, we tried to do something special. You guys ruined it. Here, deal with it.
Yeah. So I think Craig would have been right. you would have been right if it went the way Nintendo originally planned it. But because the leaks were just 100% spot on and everybody was looking at the console as it was, I think Nintendo was like, crap, we got to put it out there. We got to do our official announcement. We'll watch 2.5 months later for the real reveal when we have a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, well, one thing about these leakers and these sources, and as I said, Nate over here feeling pretty good with the quote. I mean, great stuff right here. I don't know Nate, but he's been 2 for 2 for the last 2. He had the PlayStation 5 Pro or whatever it was that was announced. Now he's got the Switch 2. He's got to have an uncle whose son works for Nintendo or something. You know, it's amazing to kind of see how accurate these leaks were. And you have to trust this guy at this point. You got to trust when he says, hey, something's going to happen. You got to be like, okay. You know?
I mean, I've known him for a while, or known of him for a while, and he's been pretty accurate. He gets things wrong every once in a while, but that's usually not to his doing. I mean, things change behind the scenes after you get information sometimes too.
Yeah.
So,
well, if you want to play the Switch 2, and this actually goes to one of the other rumors that we saw, I think last week, Blabs, where there was the person who was working, and they sent out a bunch of details about different like remote opportunities for people to play the Switch 2. And that is happening as there are Switch 2 experiences that are going to be taking place in New York and Los Angeles and right here in Dallas. So I can register.
Has that place burned down yet in LA?
Oh, no.
Jesus,
No, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm like, was this before the fires? Like,
I'm assuming they would update it if they had been affected. They'd be like, by the way, not this one. Sorry, this building no longer exists.
The picture is just like a building on fire.
Or like to be announced. Next building, new building.
Yikes.
Well, I'll see you in Dallas, Craig. Not LA, but I'll see you in Dallas.
Well, here's the thing about this, though, is that tickets will be made available on a free-to-enter randomly selected drawing.
Not random. No. Have it be based on speed. First come, first serve. Give me speed.
That's right.
Not random.
So you you have to register during the registration process for a chance to attend.
Oof.
The registration will start tomorrow, and it will go for 9 days, as you can see, the 26th up there. And you have to have a Nintendo account to do this. And the event is only in New York, Los Angeles, and Dallas, and open to U.S. residents only. Sorry, Blabs.
How many people are going to register it and not go from like all over the world? Like kids that are watching this being like, oh yeah, I want them to get a ticket, and they can't go because their parents are like, yeah, we're not flying to LA for this, or we're not flying to Dallas and New York for this, when they're in like Seattle, you know, where Nintendo is.
Selecting at random is such an odd process too, because you know, if I get picked, I'll feel great about it. And if I saw a child crying on YouTube because he wanted to go and he couldn't, I'd be like, can I give him my ticket? Damn it. You know, it's just usually it's you pay and you go, but like this picking at random feels so undeserved.
The Japanese really love the lottery ticket system, so
yeah,
it's very Japanese.
Are you saying Japanese people love gambling, Blabs?
Yeah, they love that lottery system where if you win, you win.
Oh my!
That's how it is for a lot of things.
Well, Blabs, it is an episode of Side Scrollers, so it's time for me to play the meme.
You are racist.
Oh my gosh! But what about the rest of the industry? How have they thought about this? And we're going to turn our attention to Ubisoft, and they are in love. They are in love with the Nintendo Switch 2.
They're not even going to be around by the time it launches.
Yeah, I responded with, no, you're in bankruptcy.
Oh, damn.
Ouch.
So there's that. And thus concludes our Nintendo Switch 2 coverage. Anybody want a closing thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2? We have a Switch update coming up on April 2nd, which that's where they're going to give you the rundown on games and tech specs and all that stuff. So we got a little bit to look forward to.
I got this one engagement-inducing question because I love these questions. I always ask them at the end of my videos. If you could pick one game, just one game to be released, like say it's a game we haven't had it forever, one game to be released on the Nintendo Switch 2. Craig, what would you pick?
Like a game that already exists, not like a sequel.
No, it could be a sequel, anything. Like I would want like a new F-Zero game. Hasn't been picked up forever. F-Zero GX was incredible.
I was just about to say that.
I just threw you an alley-oop. There you go.
Just go Star Fox.
No, you dunked on me by taking my answer. I got balls in the face. It's ridiculous.
That wouldn't be my answer, though. That would be one of them. My answer is different. I would want...
Look at that. He took your answer and he's not even using it.
Listen, whatever. I'm just dominating your podcast now. Whatever. Okay.
Johnny Louis asks Craig a question, then answers his own question, steals Craig's answer, then continues and adds on to it. Actually, I would pick this, though.
This is the Johnny show now.
We don't need Craig anymore. Go on, Johnny. What were you saying?
I want a massive map, but a traditionally structured Zelda game. That's what I want. I want Ocarina of Time bigger, basically. Like a new game like that. It's just bigger.
Oh, hey, Craig.
Hey, Johnny.
Your name's Screw Attack. You could have said like, Metroid 6 or something like that. I don't know.
No, you know what I would love is a classic 2D Metroid, which I've not played Dread yet, and I hear Dread's spectacular.
Dude. Oh,
so
get on that.
I know.
Hold up. Time out.
You should live stream that.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
I know.
You are saying you want a new one when you haven't even played the previous one that many will argue is up there with the greatest Metroid games ever made.
Can I be really honest with you, Smash?
Yeah.
As I was saying, I want a new Metroid game. As I was saying that, I went, "You fucking idiot! Metroid Dread exists." That's what
I'll say it out loud for you.
Yeah. So that's what was going on in my brain as I was saying it out loud, and I was like, "You fucking moron!"
I want a Super Metroid remaster at some point. That'd be great.
Oh, that would
make it look just as beautiful as Dread. Heck, even more beautiful now with the new console. But yeah, it needs that at some point.
Does it need to be a Nintendo franchise?
No.
No?
I mean, if they can get into the third-party game more so now, I guess not.
Smash Ultimate's great, obviously. But I think this pissed people off. I know that Smash is a fighting game at this point, but I've always, in my brain, it's always just been a fun party game because I think it's a game that everybody can play, and it's, with the items and everything.
That's how they intended it.
Right. And it's morphed over the years. Yeah, I would definitely start with F-Zero then, for sure, just because it is long dormant. So yeah, great engaging question, Johnny.
Wait, I didn't answer yet.
No,
Blabs and Blabs.
Hurt people. This is what's going on with Craig right now.
Blabs, you go.
I don't really know.
Smash, go ahead, buddy.
Oh my god. That was cold.
I'm gonna have a chat with HR later, Craig. It's not gonna go well for you, brother. You know what? Go on, Smash. It's fine.
No. I insist, please.
Oh yeah. Well, hang on. Let me just fix this. Okay, that's better. All right.
You both can kick each other.
That's great.
Who the hell runs this show?
Anyway, so I'm gonna be like totally out there, but I would kind of want like the older games.
I knew she was gonna get removed. I'm like waiting for it.
I guess it's just our show now, Jake.
Yeah, hang on. Let me just.
All right. Well, go ahead. What do you want?
All right. So my dream, I'm gonna be so removed in like 3, 2. My dream.
Oh, come on! I already gave my game. All right. Donkey Kong.
That's hilarious. He booted Johnny when I hit the please wrap it up button. That was really good. Nice timing, Craig.
That was a mess.
Hey, this is Side Scrollers. Welcome on, everybody. All right, I'm sorry. Yes, Smash, go ahead.
No, we still skip Blabs. Blabs, you go. I will go after.
Thank you, Smash. Craig's a meanie today. Anyway, I kind of would want like some of the older games. I don't want them like remaked. I kind of want a little bit of remaster, but I still kind of want them to feel like I'm not like a Xbox game or something. I kind of want them maybe on the Switch. So something like that. Let's say like I'm gonna be really autistic here. Zoo Tycoon 2. There's been no better like Zoo Tycoon game than the one from Microsoft back in the day. I would kind of want that, just like a little bit more up to date with the buttons and everything on a Switch, but like same graphic style. I'd be okay with that. That's what I would want. I don't really like want like something super duper cool. Just something basic. Zoo Tycoon on Switch.
They just released Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic on the Switch,
I
and I was so excited.
that.
I got all over it. I already bought it.
Is
and
it
everything.
good?
Yeah, it's basically like the original.
Same?
It literally
Okay.
is. It's like the original. The weirdest thing about it is I don't know if you can. There's no way to zoom in and out. Everything, like, you're in close-up mode
Really?
all the time.
What about like on the buttons?
I
here
have
probably...
literally pressed every button. Like, I have not figured out a way to
Maybe it's a
zoom
glitch.
out, because you can usually zoom out twice, and I haven't figured it out. But other than that, it's wonderful.
See, this is true. I just want to drown people in peace. Yes.
You could still drown people. You could still, put it in like hyper launch mode, have a loop, and then shoot them off.
Nice.
Like,
They can kill them all. All right.
Yes.
See, because like I have it on the CD. That's actually like not even the original CD. It was a copy. But that freezes up my entire tower. Like I was streaming it once and I couldn't end my stream. I couldn't close the game. I was just like, all right, guys, so I'm gonna end the stream, but I have to completely power everything down. So like I had to force power down my tower. It just you couldn't get out of the game. It was like. Yeah, it does not run well with Windows 11, so I might have to get it for Nintendo.
I have a new game.
Let's go.
Punch Out.
Punch Out. Okay.
That's what I feel like it is every time I talk
There
to
was
you, Craig.
just a story that came out saying that Punch Out is most likely not ever being revived because the company that was working on it is working on other games, and Nintendo doesn't care about it really anymore right now.
Which gives them all the more reason to pick it. Like he's making it happen.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then pay Mike Tyson a ridiculous amount of money to get him back and use his likeness.
You get Jake Paul's Punch Out now, and you get to punch Jake Paul. Right.
All right, I'm just gonna go with my. I have a few different ones. One, a return to the OG Kid Icarus. I love Kid Icarus. I feel like that's a franchise Nintendo has just completely
abandoned.
Let die. Yeah, everyone's like they never talk about F-Zero, and then you got Kid Icarus at the bottom of the pool. You know, the skeleton. Like it's Kid Icarus is the forgotten.
And the last installment on the DS was just so fantastic too.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, it cramped my hands and killed me to play it, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. Another one, obviously, that everyone always talks about, never happens, but someday it will be Mother 3. And then my ultimate dream would be eventually having the Square Enix collaboration, just like they did with Octopath Traveler, but a Chrono Trigger HD 2D remake. Let's see it happen.
That'd be fun.
Okay. I like it. I like everything about that. All right, we are running up on it. We did hit our super chat goal today. And I'll tell you what, after we say hello to Montez, I found this thread here, which is actually really, really cool about Mario Kart fun facts that people have dug into. You guys do not have to stick for that. We're already at the 2-hour mark. You guys can roll at any time. And we're going to hit our super chat goal. We have Montez every single day of the week. Let's check out Montez.
Bitch! Montez! You are racist. Montez!
You did it. Great job. Visited Dustborn today.
I'm still waiting. I might have missed it. Did we have a Mortal Kombat pit yet?
We did, yes. So let me, you know what? For let's double up on that just for fun.
Round 1. Fight.
Bitch! Montez!
Fatality.
Montez!
There we go.
That's amazing.
Johnny's so confused. He's like, what the hell?
I don't know.
All you need to know, Johnny, is that Montez is the essence of life. And that's really all we need to know about Montez. So
It's remind me of SpongeBob. Wumbo. I Wumbo. It's Wumbology. All right. So Montez, the way of life. All right.
Yes. Okay, so with that said, we do have some super chats to get to. We'll read every single one of them, but we like to give our guests the opportunity to bounce before we get there because it takes a little bit of time. So, Smash, if you'd like to roll.
I definitely need to bounce. Actually, I have like a million things I got to do, and holy crap, there's not enough time in the day. But
all right, give it up for. Go ahead, buddy.
I was just gonna say this was amazing. Thank you so much for having me. You guys were great. Johnny, nice to meet you. Blab, you rock. Craig, hi.
Good to see you, Smash.
Bye, Smash. Thank you.
Later, guys. Thanks so much again for having me.
All right, thanks.
Oh, wait. Before I go, assuming I can get to it with the time today, I have very big breaking news to talk about with a certain BioWare, and we'll leave it at that. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Big stuff coming. You guys go check out
Links
Smash.
below.
Yep, Smash's channel right there. Go check it out. Go subscribe. Johnny, what about you, buddy?
Yeah, so I've got some things going on. I post completely unrelated NBA videos, basketball history videos every other day. I'm actually going to post one here as soon as I'm done. And channel just hit 200,000 subscribers over there. It is Johnny Arnett, so that one's cool. If you liked basketball back in the 90s, which let's admit a lot of us liked basketball a lot more back then, that's a lot of the stuff I cover. And then you could find me at my gaming channel. It's not really gaming. It is specifically Metroid and Zelda, and that is called Zeltroid. You can find me over there, and I will be posting more frequently over there. Right now I'm trying to get through the last few Zelda games I haven't finished, so I feel like I can accurately cover everything in the universe. So that's been fun.
Damn, you got a video up 4 hours ago?
Yeah.
What a stud. Look at that guy.
Gotta get on it. I was like, you could tell I just woke up. I'm like, hey guys, that thing just happened.
All right, you guys go check out Zeltroid and the Johnny Arnett channel. Appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I'll see ya.
All right,
Bye, Johnny.
Catch you later, buddy. All right, you guys were very wonderful today, and we're going to read all these super chats because you guys had a lot to say about the topics we have. You can keep them flowing in if you like. We'll make sure we get every single one of them. Blabs, fire away.
Okay, Pippa says, not excited for the Switch 2 because now they're censoring third party, which they said they won't. Thank you very much. That Ghost says, Craig has been late every day, but that's how he celebrates Black History Month. What? Black History Month is in February.
February. You know that if you've been following the release date for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Antipathy says, 4 years ago, I would have killed for Switch 2. 8 years of games running poorly has turned me away. Load up Mortal Kombat 11 2019. Game runs at 25 frames per second.
So I'll say this. I understand that. Here's the issue with that. You're playing Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch. That's the issue.
What are you doing? RL Dog says, the guy you showed last week uploaded a video of an AI-powered nailer popping colored balloons that he instructs it to.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Okay.
Red says, Blabs and Craig watched a tentacle drama. No, we did not.
Nope.
Mercy says, morning, so I'm buying the Switch, day one. Good for you, bro. Commodore fan says, I watch on lunch break and watch on toilet a lot. You know, you guys don't have to tell me these things. I prefer it if you didn't, to be honest. Spartan says, what if it is new Mario Kart 8 Deluxe?
No. Has to be brand new.
Mercy says, I read the disclaimer and all Switch games are said to be compatible with the Switch 2. I hope that is just something they are forced to say.
I think we kind of covered that today. Yeah.
Death Star says, Wayne, static, baby.
Thank you very much.
Rebound says, I used to go to a pub where one of the regulars had a hairdo like that. He'd sit there by himself, beer in hand, and glare at people. Merchant says, Blabs, you can't get sock from the cold.
You can't get sick.
Yeah, you definitely can get sick from the cold, bro. I don't know where you live. Jason says, is this not enough to get Blabs to juggle chainsaws? Bro, I can't even juggle apples.
That's why it'd be really funny to see you juggle chainsaws.
How about no? B. Barrett says, yo, mama's so fat, the sorting hat put her in all 4 houses.
Damn.
B. Barrett's been sending like Harry Potter like insults for the last few days. You missed yesterday's when you were eating food or whatever. It was great. Corrigan says, adding my 14 million rands to the Blabs there. Thanks so much. Spoon Ninja over on Locals sent a Conan meme. Thank you very much. Rudd says, Kingpin will stand in for Trump. Pass. You know, I could actually see that happening. Mika says, hey, I'm walking over here with the gabagool. Damn it.
That's right. Thank you, Miku. knowing how all Italians speak.
That is not true. Slide scrolls. Damn it. Jared for $1 says, I'm 50-50 on whether or not I'm going to be getting a Nintendo Switch 2. And the biggest question is going to be what games will be supported on the new system. Yeah, I'm actually very intrigued by that. And what, they say won't actually work anymore. Babs, that gun better be an Italian-made Beretta.
Beretta.
I can't actually roll my R's. It's very sad. My mom's disappointed in me every day. Jared for $1 says, what, can you roll your R's? Yeah, I just sound like Stitch. Doesn't work. It's sad to see that the movie theaters have been more expensive over the last few years. And I only went and saw 2 movies in 2024. And I definitely recommend that Blabs watch Godzilla. Yeah, listen, I'm not against it. I've not seen it. I just don't go to the cinemas. It's like over an hour driving, And then he says Godzilla -1. Thank you very much. Dwight says the quality of movies is the main thing that's killed cinemas off. There's only so much superhero slop and half-baked remakes people will pay to watch. Precisely. Jared also says, here's a good walkout song for Blabs, and that's Get Low by Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. Well, here's a fun fact for you. Get Low was one of my favorite songs at the bar. And there you go. Nathan, for a member for 14 months, he just says nothing. Thank you so much, Nathan.
Let's go, Nathan.
Godzilla says, we had fat representation in Uncharted with Donut Drake, but they got rid of him in the 4th game. I love his avatar. It's great. Kratos says, for the Gooners and Montez, #Suplex City.
Let's go.
William. They tease Joy-Con and mouse mode at 112 mic. Thank you very much. Overmod says, the real twist is that it's Trump that is assisting Elon with his Path of Exile 2. Listen, I've been trying to get my Path of Exile 2 game to work, and it just constantly crashes my PC like hardcore. But disappointing. And I don't think my PC is out of date, so I don't know what's up. FYI, Japan's Broadway-style musical Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, the Super Live, is having a US tour this year. Yes, somebody sent it to me yesterday. It looks pretty cool. Neighborhood Threat says, you're not going to get PS5 specs on a handheld. PS4 specs are a miracle. Thank you very much. Cusium says, Nintendo carved themselves a niche and are comfortable with it. They spent years grooming themselves a loyal audience. Like Craig.
Hi, it's good to see you.
Hi. Bob says, I've got concerns. 2 USB ports equals more to break. Bigger form may lead to being easier to service. Biggest concern is piracy with the MIG cart and the backward compatibility. Backdoor for future issues. Saint says, it's shown at the end in the disclaimer that most Switch won't be compatible. Yes.
Not most, some.
Some. Craig is forgetting that Famicom and other Nintendo consoles are intended to be one-size-fits-all in Japan, as the Japanese have small living spaces. Even the Wii U was usable as a computer. That's true.
Where did that come into the conversation? I'm guessing about the mouse, maybe?
I guess. I don't really remember where that comes in the conversation, but I do agree that they have really tiny living spaces. Kalichi says, will the Switch 2 be able to fully run games like Arkham Knight? Because its predecessor does a shit job doing that currently. You have to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah.
It's all dogging games. I just need Nintendo to tell me what day to camp out at Target to fist fight scalpers and soccer moms to get one. I've had years to train for this. That's funny. Corona says, I'm just looking forward to the Lunar Remastered Collection. Corona also says, Montez, thank you very much. Bob says, I'm hyped for the system regardless of shortcomings. I'm sitting on over 600 physical games for my Switch. None are Mario, Zorlo, Pokemon's junk. I use my Switch more than my other 53 systems combined.
Yeah.
53 systems? How many do you have?
Dude.
Is this guy like a huge collectioner or something? Do we need to talk to you? Samurai says, I completely disagree. If Nintendo has a really powerful system, they can easily corner the market with third parties. Taken away with the stranglehold Sony has, this will be better for gaming as a whole. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm retarded and can't read. Slay every game says 3,000 GameCubes. Does this mean GC games on NSO?
Potential, maybe. I mean, I think that's the next step. It's been 20 years since the GameCube.
Samurai says third parties will be able to make the type of games they want to without worrying about Sony censorship. Nintendo isn't in California after all. Tanushi says a supersized Ocarina of Time, just the very prospect of it is making me oil my robes. Samurai says traditional Zelda, Ocarina of Time. The first game was non-linear. Breath of the Wild was going to break tradition. What is this guy talking about?
Yeah, I'd say yes. The first game was non-linear in that we hadn't seen a game like that, but you still need to do. Well, I guess you don't need to do the dungeons in order, do you? I think there's a sequence break in there somewhere. Okay, touche.
Torger the White says, I just want things to run at 60 frames per second all the time. Harriet Tubman, Civ 7 probably gonna be on the Switch too, so you can go out and play as me on the go. Miss me with that local controller though, ya nasty gang tubs out. Thanks,
Good to see you, Harriet.
Yeah. Kyle says, did Craig hint a revival of side scrollers playing featuring Metroid Dread soon?
Once I get through the Real Game Awards next Thursday, we are 1 week away. Then I can kind of turn my focus on other things. And I know a lot of people have been asking about coming back to the Plays channel, and I think that's spectacular. I would love to go play some games with you guys again. But gotta take. I'm not Elon Musk. I can't grind 12 to 8 hours a day.
He doesn't have someone playing games for him.
Yeah, so sorry about that. But I would love to get back to play some games with you guys on the Plays channel for sure. Delta came in and says, Red Letter Media is whining about the theater crowd. It's truly sad. Last big movie I saw with 5 friends with was the new Avatar. Went okay for about 10 minutes until 2 women showed up with 3 children, all under 10. Yeah, that'll happen. I get that for sure. All right. Is that it, Blabs?
That's it.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you very much for your support today. It's been a really fun show. Great news and lots of fun topics. If you guys miss anything, don't forget we have videos going up throughout the day, throughout the afternoon, all the time, constantly. So make sure you guys go watch those as well. We appreciate that. Who do we have tomorrow, Blabs?
We have Flawed and Logan of Red Bandana Gaming. Now, they were a great duo last time, so I'm really hoping Logan doesn't give us another warning.
Yeah, that'd be great. If we get a warning that our channel gets a strike, and then we're wow.
So Logan, behave yourself tomorrow, mister.
All right, guys, do us a favor. Hit the thumbs up button. We genuinely appreciate it. Hit the thumb button on your way out or the thumbs up button. That'd be great. Also, head over to sidescrollersmerch.com and grab yourself some merchandise over there. You can pick up the new Challenger t-shirt or the Gamers vs. Everybody t-shirt or any of the other previous merchandise we had available. It's all right there ready for you guys to look good and sharp and sexy in. You can also head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com, become a supporter over there. Go watch our exclusive video that we can't put over here on YouTube. If you haven't yet, go check it out. Once again, I like to show you the thumbnail because we can't show you the video over here. I don't even know where the thumbnail is, Blabs. Let's see if you can find it. There it is right here. So head over there and check out that video. Yes, it does look exactly like it does. And yes, it will scar you for life. So head over there and once again, it is free. If you guys want to support over there, that's great too. We'd really appreciate that. With that said, have a great rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. Have a great rest of your day, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.